Ma? Ma? If you can hear me. Check, check, check. If you can hear me, say bless you. Cause I sneezed maybe 20 times before the stream started. Okay. Oh my lord. Let me adjust my headphones real quick. Hello. Hello everyone, welcome to my stream. My name is Aozora Kurumi and I'm from Project Kavvaii. You can call me Kurumi. I'm the Greek god Hermes' apprentice. And if you don't know who Hermes is, feel free to Google it. I'm about to sneeze maybe like 20 times in a row. Don't mind me. Today is a sniffly day. Loving the glasses tonight, danga. Blow your nose, Kurumi wangi wangi. No. If I blow my nose, my ears are gonna get blocked. Kuru sick. Just another one of those really bad allergy sinusitis days. Let me turn up. Is my BGM too loud? Oh, just as I asked, it ended. Oh, there we go. How's that? Do you hear the crackling sound? You fever? Oh, no. I'm always like this. My nose is either very blocked or like not so blocked. Okay. I took my meds, so hopefully it works. Sometimes the meds don't work. Okay. Welcome. Panda. Hey Kumi, I'm very sick today. Oh my gosh, same, but feel better soon. Okay. I think you guys can hear some stuff. How about this? Can you hear this? Can't hear. Okay. Well, lots of us getting sick lately because the weather is so cold and it's so hot and it's so cold and it's so hot, just like Katy Perry's song. Hello, Mephisto. Hello. Kage, bro. I didn't mean to. Hello. Oh, experiencing the same as Kurumi Nuna. Ah, no. I have tea here with me. I also have warm water. It's actually kind of hot, but it'll get warm as the stream goes on. It's in my big bottle. Today we are doing a spooky stream. Hell yeah. Sorry, I'm ruining the vibe. Today we're gonna talk about horror stories, scary stories, spooky. Halloween already over? Hey, listen, okay? Halloween is just when people dress up like ghosts. Okay? Ghosts. Sorry. They're here all year long, baby. Spoopy. If you want to send in your stories, feel free to send it in. Links in the description box and also pinned in chat. So if you have any personal stories or word on the street, or if something happened to your family member, you know what I mean? Like somebody you know, don't spare us the details. Write it down. We want to know. Okay. Every day is Halloween if you want it to be. Amin. Here's a horror story. I dropped my ice cream just after buying it, only left with the cone. Horrifying. That is heartbreaking and horrifying. That is... my kokoro took a hit. Kokoro. Hello, welcome. Let's give it a few minutes for people to come in. Yes. Cloud, get your ass. Konbanwa, Obasan janai. Okay, currently we have 69 spoopy stories. It's 69. This ain't Halloween no more. I don't know how to edit it. Maybe I can. Let's see. How to edit it? I don't know how. Ya udahlah. Yeah, I don't know how. Bruh. How do I edit this? I don't know how to edit it, bruh. Ya udahlah. It is what it is. We just have to deal with it. Welcome back, Miguel. Welcome back. Thank you for still flying with us. Congrats on 20k, Kurumi. You deserve it and much more. Also 69 stories. Nice. Thank you. We have our first story here, but do we have everybody in chat? Okay, if this covers here, I have another chat prepared. You're up there now. We have 70 stories now. Keep it coming. If I can't finish all the stories today, we'll do another horror storytelling. Yes. Bite lips emo. Sheesh. Yes, send in your story. Send it into the form so it doesn't get washed away by chat. Alright, let's drink some water. Oh, excuse me. Don't mind me. Very sick. That's the most horrifying of it all. Okay, should we start? At all. How about we change the music up a little? Minecraft addiction equals the sinusitis. What is the correlation? Alright, let's start with our first story. Sent in by Dema. Yes, Geronimo, send in yours if you got some. Okay. Title of story. Let me move my mic closer. Check. Title of story. Kuala Bernam store incident. What is Kuala Bernam? Let's go. I once lived in Kuala Bernam estate in Perak. Oh, okay. Together with my family. We live in manager bungalow. Behind the bungalows have rows of stores. 4, I think. The last row is where the gardener always work. All the store unit once where the worker lived, but not anymore. Me and my family lived there for about 10 years. Oh. Many people say that the house is kind of haunted, but I've never seen any ghost. we then need to move on from the house. Oh, we then need to move from the house because my father already reached his pension time. Not long before we move, we have to move our stuff. But the store near the gardener store is blocked from inside. Ah. It felt like something was sitting at the door. Thought me, what? Between the door and me? The gardener and some family member... Oh, me, the gardener and some family member tried to push the door, but it's not moving. The moment we move... Sorry, if it's too small, I can zoom in. The moment we move away, dogs barking from the inside of the store. The dog barked ongoing for over a week. We were concerned, but if we get near the store, the barking stopped. The time passed, the door suddenly opened in the morning. There was some yellow substance like liquid on the floor coming from the store and gone under the door. Oh no, did somebody decompose? Uh-oh. We thought the dog came out and leave its pee on the floor, but it wasn't. My gardener told me it's paint oil. We checked. There's no footprint near the messing with the liquid. No fur. Not even any trace of animal. It was so strange. The old manager finally, before us, have some disturbance before we moved here. The house has always been story of worker there, eh? But never malicious or anything. Just to share story. Then the new manager came, but not long after we have a chat, I'm assuming. The new manager asked for transfer to another estate because the new family always encounter a lot of snakes. What? Hello, welcome. Wait. So that gardener store is the one that is haunted, right? The gardener store. The gardener is so sus. He told you it was paint oil. I mean, if it looks like pee, then it should be like watery, no? Like kind of see-through watery. Get with ass shrimp. You know, I think when humans start decomposing, we do let out liquid of some sort. Yeah, it's the liquid thick. But it smells so foul, allegedly, that you can't really stand the smell of rotting flesh. So I don't know. It was thick. They just leave paint on the floor? What? That's sus. Gardener kinda sus. Gardener, he's up to something, allegedly. Yeah, we let out liquid, right? The fats, Hey, yo, what liquid? Get your ass. Kuala Bernam. That's scary. But you lived there for 10 years. Nothing happened to you. Huh. Thank you for sending this in. That's very interesting. Today, the immersion of the whispering is not gonna help because I can't breathe. Shrimp. Saliva is liquid too. Yes, it is. But I mean, if your saliva can fill the ground, then... Sir, who's starving you? I want to know. Okay. Next story. Oh, I should delete that one. I can delete as I read, right? Next story. Zheng Chao. Rock, paper, scissors. Hello, welcome. Don't try this at home. It was late at night and I was in the study room alone. Exam stress is too much, so I went to refresh my face in the toilet. Looking at the face from the mirror, couldn't help but wonder how good would it be if I can have a twin to help me do all these studying. Bored to the core. So I played rock, paper, scissors with the reflection. I already know this is bad. A few rounds in, of course, we have a tie all the time. The bell struck. It means 12. My hand was cycling through the rock, scissors, and papers meaninglessly. To my surprise, I lost. Wow. This actually gave me chills, though I kind of saw where it was coming from, but Oh no. Not gonna lie. I mean, okay, you see this in a lot of horror movies, but a lot of people have actually looked at the mirror at night and has seen themselves behaving not like themselves. You know what I mean? Haha, weak. Listen. Yeah. So that's kind of scary, isn't it? Has it ever happened to you guys where you looked into the mirror and I guess if you see yourself smiling, you might not know that you're smiling and whatnot. So maybe you were smiling, but you just didn't notice it until you looked in the mirror. But what if you try to not smile but is still smiling back at you? You lost cringe lesson. Hi Ariel, good morning. I'm just gonna dab snot off my nose. Don't mind me. I'm an idol, I promise. Simply don't use mirror. Derek, you almost gave me a heart attack. Oh my lord. Derek, thank you for $5 super chat. I love these story times. Oh my god. I almost inhaled the tissue paper through my nose. I'm an idol, I promise. I'm an idol, I promise. Oh my god. Derek, why? How much for the tissue paper? Asking for a friend. Get what ass. Thank you, Jing Chao, for the spoopy story. I did get chills, though I know where it was coming from. Because there's a mirror world. I've actually heard of that, but I heard of that in I don't remember which culture. There's one culture with this. They strongly believe in this. It's like a native from some country. I don't remember. But they believe that there is a mirror world somewhere in this world. And yeah. It's scary. Thank you. Thank you, Chen Chao. The guy from Vietnam. I got a lot of real stories. Send it in. The guy from Vietnam. Who's the guy from Vietnam? Okay. Title of story: Malone. Post Malone. I'm sorry. Okay. I joke around to cope with fear and sadness and anger. Okay. I'm sorry. Alright. Malone. When I was 5 or 6, me and more 3 people played spooky game that Vietnamese children still play from time to time, even to this day, is Malone, the ghost of the empty can, where they perform a ritual supposedly to summon a ghost to possess an empty can. There have been many variations of the ritual, but at its core, it involves lighting incense, candles, and a cigarette next to an empty can in a dark, secluded place, ideally a cemetery or a site of a fatal road accident. Uh-oh. If performed properly, the cigarette will flare up as if someone were smoking it. And once it goes out, the empty can will begin to move on its own and chase the participants around. You know, we did it. The can started to move and chased us around. Then the can got one of us. I don't know who, because when I count at the beginning, there was just 4 of us playing this game. But when the can started moving, there were 5 people running. Sorry, my English not very good. Excuse me. No, your English was great. What the hell? Is this an actual game? Is this an actual game? Malon. Oh my gosh, I just got chills all over. Especially the cigarette would flare up as if someone were smoking. Okay, question. What if the ghost, well, never smoked when they were alive? Hello, welcome. What if, would the cigarette still flare? Unless if there was more than one ghost. I'm getting chills. Why am I spooking myself up? Oh my god, my cat just gave me a heart attack. What do you want? Oh, he's just staring at me, bruh. Good story. Thank you very much, the guy from Vietnam, for this story. The twins. Could be the twins. It's very scary. Imagine like a can just chasing you around, bro. This is like that pen ghost or the Ouija board thing where it moves on its own. The cat is staring at me, kind of like behind me, but like at my direction. Next story. Urkus. Thank you. Rather than going up, it's going up. This story is from my school guard. He's going patrolling at usual time, 12 p.m. Wow. While going around at school building floor 1, he saw someone on top of hall roof. So he's shouting, "Hey, get down from there." And then something happened. Rather than that person going down from there, it's going up, fly into the air and vanish. By the way, floor 1 is connected to a hall and canteen roof, so we're sometimes going through there just chilling. Well, you ain't chilling there no more. Oh, I'm sure cats can see what we can't see. I'm sure animals are on a different level. Hi, wasabi beans. Oh, 12 a.m. Your school guard patrols at 12 a.m. This is scary. Hey, get down from there. Instead of the person going down, it flew up. Bro, this is terrifying. I hope your guard is getting paid well, and I hope nothing happens to him. Because usually you're not supposed to interact with them. When you see them, you shouldn't call out. You shouldn't talk to them. You shouldn't even let them know that you saw them, or that you noticed them. Because now that they know that you can see them, they're never gonna leave you alone. That's scary. Thank you for sending this in. What is Jatson looking at? He's grooming himself. Okay, we have one from Cytology. Title of story: Best girlfriend cooking breakfast. Sounds like a romance story for me. Sounds romantic from now. Let's see what's it about. Don't put your expectations too high. I woke up on 8 o'clock alone in bed. I went to the living room to find my girlfriend because we both live together. I saw my girlfriend in the kitchen chopping up some meat. I decided to give a simple good morning kiss to my girlfriend. Aww. Upon coming close to the kitchen sink, I realized it was a human head in one of the sink. I became scared and I threw up in the next sink. The memory of yesterday came rushing in. Both of us were having some talk before we sleep. We were talking randomly about the day when suddenly she said out of nowhere, "If I were to die someday, or something happened to me, will you remember me forever?" In a joking tone, I replied, "Maybe then I should find a new girlfriend then. Our neighbor could be a good possibility." I expected her to pout or sulk, but her eyes was wide. I hugged her and said, I'm kidding. Don't take it seriously. I kissed her and I fell asleep hugging her. The face. It is our neighbor. I turned my head to my girlfriend and she looks at me with wide eyes and said, You hungry, honey? I'm making you a special breakfast. You're mine forever and there should be no other people in between us. Ayo, that's... I'm getting yandere vibes here. Habis. Oh no. Listen, never joke about these things. Why would you ever joke about these things? You ever try to piss your girlfriend off or your boyfriend off intentionally by going, hey, I'm gonna break up with you and date somebody else. Oh honey, that ain't never gonna end well. That's what in the world makes you think she's gonna be like, ah, so funny, go ahead and do it. Sir? That's terrifying. You have a flu, Kurumi? No, I have sinusitis. I have a cold. It's always perpetual. Like, I have chronic sinusitis. Bruh. Thank you for the scary yandere story. I hope it's not true. I hope it's not a true story. Next we have Joseph. Thank you, Joseph. Title of story, Deathbed. This story is about my great-grandmother. Condolences. She was incredibly old by the time I was able to meet her. Around 92 years old. She was still able to hold conversations as well as remember everyone's face. So this is so this made what happened when she was on her deathbed very unsettling but heartwarming. As she was lying on her deathbed, my grandmother heard her call out to her husband, as well as my grandmother's older brother saying how nice it was of them to visit. Both of them died way before this. Another thing my grandmother heard her say before she passed was, I'm going home. I remember during the funeral how peaceful she looked, and it still brings a tear to my eye. Me up knowing what she was able to go into the next life surrounded by family, both living and dead. This is the great-grandmother, so this is the grandmother's mother, technically, right? Actually, this happens a lot. You know, a lot of people before they pass, it depends on which culture. If you're in the Chinese, let's say the Taoist Buddhist culture, you see essentially two hell guards, I guess you can call them. One of them looks like a cow and the other one looks like a horse. They just look like human bodies with like a horse head and a cow head, something like that. And a lot of old people especially has seen this, and some people right before their deaths, they would constantly have people knocking on their doors, and their relatives, their families would go to the door and be like, what the heck, there's knocking on the door, there's constantly knocking, why? I kept looking, there's nobody there. But the elderly people that are about to pass, they usually say, don't open it, I see those two people, don't open it, I see the horse head and the cow head, which is very interesting. It's like a, how to say, it's one thing if one person sees it, but if not everybody, but if most of the people start seeing the same things, then is it like a, you know what I mean? Is it really a controversy? You know? Yeah, 牛头马面. Yeah, that's right. My great-grandma also did that. Ooh. Yeah. It's a thing that a lot of people have experienced, which makes you wonder. If it was just one or two people, you're just like, maybe they just, hallucinated it. But if a lot of people start seeing it and the same thing, and, things keep happening, then it's like... And usually the elderly person will pass, like, if not that time, then like eventually, like maybe in a couple of weeks or something. So yeah, it's a scary thing. A lot of people, you know, they hear their loved ones see other people before death and so on and so forth. Yeah, thank you for this story. I'm really glad at least she said I'm going home. That's very heartwarming. Condolences, Joseph. Thank you for sending in your story. Mogi, next story. Mogi. You know, Mogi means mosquito in Korean. Mogi means mosquito in Korean. What happens when you interact? You're not supposed to open a door and let them in, from what I know. Because if you let them in, yeah, they're just gonna take the person's life. Because they're here to take their soul and bring them to the afterlife. So, yeah. Also, it's a bad idea if you keep hearing somebody knocking on your door and you see there's nobody there, but you open the door anyway. Why would you do that, honey? Why would you do that? Thank you, 80 for 30 ringgit. Yellow super chat. Hello, Kurumi. You seem tired and not feeling well. Drink a lot of water. Have enough rest. Okay, right now I'm ready with popcorn and some spoopy stories. Happy streaming. Thank you so much. So sweet. Let me drink some water. What if I can't see past the door? I'm telling you, if you say who's there, or if you ask in whatever language that your country uses the most, and nobody responds and keeps knocking the door, that is abnormal. That is very abnormal. If they're postman, they would be like, postman, you know what I mean? They'll be like, I'm the postman, or like Shopee, you know what I mean? Yeah. Hashtag not sponsored. What if they're mute and trying to raise awareness? Honey, you don't go knocking on people's doors. Well then, maybe not at my door. Okay, I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna open my door for people who don't answer back, because that's terrifying. Yeah, I think that's very unlikely. It's very unusual. If you say who's there and they don't answer, it's like, what are you trying to do? Kidnap me? You know? Kurumi, is it possible to send horrors to your Google form even though it's been several months since October? Yes, the form is still open. Yes, it's pinned in the chat or in the description box, the link. So go ahead, you can still send it in. The form is still open. In my case, instead of knocking, I hear scratching. I would say it's probably my cat, but all my cats are inside during the night. Perpy. Perpy. Gotta have those CCTVs attached to the front door. Yes. Yes. Hello, Grandma. I'm not a grandma, but hello, Konumi. So if you hear people knocking at your door, like this, and you're like, who's there? And they don't say anything, bruh, I'm not opening my door. I'm not opening my door. I'm sorry, you're stuck outside. I don't care who you are. Alright, next story. We have Mogi. Thank you, Mogi. I petted my friend. Or was he? This is a true story. I'm getting chills already. My friend invited me to his house because it was haunted. He kept seeing figures in part of the house. We set up all recording hardware all over the house. Cameras, webcam, and sound recorder. I slept in the living room while he slept with his wife on the second floor. The night was calm, with nothing out of ordinary, to the point where I had a good night's sleep. By the time I woke up, it was already morning, and I saw my friend sitting close by my laptop nearby, possibly checking webcams and the footages. I pat him out asking is he looking at the footages we recorded? I shut off the webcam and my friend was nowhere to be seen. But then I heard my friend shouting from the second floor. Who are you talking to? I said, he was down here. I was talking to him, but my friend rejected. I haven't stepped down to the living room since yesterday night. Then who did I talk to? And the webcam footages? None. Is this a true story? Y'all were trying to ghost bust in his house? What? You're not late, honey. It's okay. You probably missed like 2-3 stories. Oh my gosh. I mean, it's weird because I think in my first horror storytelling stream, I told you guys that I was touched, right? And it wasn't like in the movies where they say it feels ice cold. At least in my case, it didn't feel like that. It didn't feel like those super cold hands or anything. Like I mentioned that it was like human. Like just, like human. It wasn't like warm or cold or anything. Just felt like another skin touching you, like human flesh. I don't know. It's weird because maybe you get chills, but it's not like a perpetual. If you stand next to a fridge, that kind of, you constantly feel the cold radiating to you. It's like a shiver, and that's it, And yeah, with this, I feel like it's weird how you can just touch it and then just feel nothing out of norm. You know what I mean? I can only sense a weird cold sensation. Never see anything, not even orbs. It's fascinating to see some weird orbs at night. Oh no, I'm exposed. What do you mean? The hantu being so ridiculous. Alessana, welcome back, Huzi. Mommy, can you pick me up? I'm scared. Oh. It's very interesting. I don't know. Notice me, please. You're noticed. Sedang menunggu cerita gua. I hope you send it in English. Otherwise, I wouldn't understand anything. Thank you for sending this in, Mookie. I hope your friend is okay and that your friend moved out of there, because clearly he wasn't enjoying the company. I mean, I don't imagine anybody to do that, but at the same time, I feel like maybe that house is not the best place to live in. If you keep seeing them, if it keeps showing up and disturbing you, yeah. But it was sitting at the laptop, which is like, bruh, are they tech savvy now? Hey, yo. I only got deja vu so many times, and sometimes it's scary. That's scary. Alright, next story. Rin, floating ghost. Floating ghost. Recent story. Oh, true story too, huh? I was driving back home and the road was dark. I happened to pass by a mosque beforehand that had just finished its nightly prayers. There's a lot of people heading home. Due to the road being dark, I drove slowly. On my way home, a white floating figure just passed me that made me severely panic due to its unnatural movement. For a second, I can't brain what I just witnessed until there was a red light on the bottom of the white floating figure. It was a mache in a white prayer dress, riding a frickin' electric scooter. God damn you, electric scooters. Astaghfirullah. You know what? Don't hate the player, hate the game. You know what I mean? Like, she got the drip. Lama. Floating ghost, you know what I mean? That's hilarious. Thank you for sending this in. Yeah, we gotta love our machis, you know what I mean? We gotta respect. Gotta show love. I hope you guys drove home safely. I mean, electric scooters are not as safe as bikes, right? Like straight up, like, scooters. Electric scooters, I don't know. I heard a lot of bad stuff would happen to them, like you run out of battery, or like, you know, some stuff keep not working, or it's not fast enough, or it's too slow that, like, you know, you get run over and stuff. Yeah. That's scary. But thank you for sending this in, Rin. Show the respect. My pops got the same expression, but the thing just waved from across the street. Oh, same experience. Kawaii na. Hello, welcome. Legend has it that Mache is still on her scooter till this day. I mean, who says that the Mache, you know, was not a ghost? What, just because it was on a scooter? I beg to differ. But imagine Mache riding a bicycle while wearing a dress. A lot of people do that. Anyways, next story. Leo V. Thank you for sending this in, Leo V. Her phone beeped. SMRT. Is that short form for something? I don't get it. Smart? Oh, here goes. Oh, excuse me. What if the scooter was actually haunted? I know. What if the Mache was not alone on a scooter? You know what I mean? Yeah. Bless you, thank you. It'll keep happening throughout the whole stream, bruh. Leo V, her phone beeped. SMRT. Thank you. I forgot how many words are mine, but I hope it was in the limit. As long as it's not like ridiculously long, then I'll read it. This one's okay. Okay. Elena had just made her bed and was preparing to sleep after hanging up with her boyfriend. She deleted the text and slept off. Next night, she had her dinner and talked with her boyfriend. As she was about to sleep, she got a text. Jiblisco. She recognized it was the same sender from the last 3 digits, 666. She replied this time, "What the? WTF?" and went to sleep. 15 minutes later, she heard a sharp noise which she recognized. Her phone had fallen down from the side table. Half asleep, she reached out to pick her phone up. She grabbed her phone. It did not move. She was perplexed. This time she got out of her I can't read today. She got out of her quilt and bent down properly. The carpet started rising up with her pull, but the phone did not come away. She kept pulling, which lifted the carpet as high as the bed itself, and the phone detached. The carpet did not fall back on the floor. She tried to push it down with her feet, but she freaked out because of what she felt. There was a living body underneath it. It started moving as if being woken up and came out. It was translucent. Elena could see her mirror and wardrobe through it. She jumped and tried to run to the door. The being caught her and put one of her limbs inside her mouth and started chewing. It was slow eating, as if the being wanted to enjoy the meal. Eventually, it entered her body. It wasn't Elena anymore. What? So it was sleeping. What? I'm so confused. Well, hold on. What is Jiblisco? What is... Her phone beeped. Smart. SMRT. What does that mean? Hello, welcome. She got possessed, yeah. That's very interesting. And it ate her. It put one of her limbs inside her mouth and started chewing. What? Elena. That's weird. Thank you for the story. Leo V. Couldn't decipher that one. Very, very unusual. Another one, Leo V. Oh, this is the same thing. L Plotter. Thank you for sending it in, L Plotter. Title of story, The Highway. It was a dark, stormy night. Wind blowing, rain pouring. I was driving my Myvi on my way back to my hometown. It was raining heavily. I can't even see 100 meters in front of me. So I only drove about 100 kilometers per hour. Besides the storm raging outside the car, it was a peaceful drive. There wasn't that many vehicles at the road. Maybe they're trying to shelter themselves from a storm. But not me. I wanted to get to my hometown as fast as possible. The sound of rain hitting the roof of my car completely drowns the sound of my radio. I have to turn up the volume to 90% to hear anything. As I was driving, I suddenly noticed there weren't anyone near me. Was I alone? I thought. I pondered a minute until I noticed a truck coming out of nowhere beside me. He was in a fast lane and I was in a middle lane. I cursed him, seeing that trucks shouldn't be in the fast lane. Just as I was cursing the truck driver, another truck shows up out of nowhere beside me. This time on my left in the slow lane. I am now scared. The trucks kept following me. When I slow down, they slow down. When I speed up, they speed up too. This went on for about half an hour until I noticed my exit. I then did the impossible. I slowed down fast enough to go behind the truck on my left, and just as I got behind, the truck vanished. Both trucks vanished. I then ignored the missing truck and take my exit. Remember, kids, be safe on the road. Bruh. Why is it that every spoopy car story starts with Myvi cars? Why? Is this alias Myvi story? I will tell you guys though. Highways, yes, trucks are not supposed to drive on the fast lane, but they do sometimes anyway. And it's very dangerous for you to drive close behind them. No matter how impatient you are, you have to keep a distance because they will suddenly slow down and you might just run underneath it. Yeah. No, Lamel, I see. Yes, and stuff might fall off from trucks. Especially if they're not tied down well enough. Sometimes you see like garbage trucks on the highway for some dang reason. And then the bags would start flying off. It's sure like cars we can dodge it. It's still scary. But when they're motorbikes, imagine like you're driving and suddenly like a bag hits you in the face. You're just like, what? You're gonna swerve. And that's very dangerous. I think I drive safe. Highways are scary. It's a lot of water. Oh yeah, I drink a lot of water. This is not nearly enough. I'm about to go back for more in like 5 minutes. Reminds me of Final Destination. Indeed. Thank you for sending in the story. Please drive safe. L Plotter. Yeah. Ah, to Edgar. Thank you for sending in your story to Edgar. Second encounter. Mystery of RM2. 2 ringgit? 2 ringgit Malaysia? Alright. Let's hear it. Plan to continue my study. I decided to work night shifts at the gas station. The work is not difficult. Most only need to clean the shop and take care of the counter, plus at midnight, customers were not so many. My partner and I will take turns to sleep. One night, my turn to look after the counter. Suddenly, at 2 a.m., I heard a loud engine sound. I peeked through the window and saw an elder was riding an old motorbike. Okay. He parked near the gas pump and walked towards the counter. As an employee, I greeted him. He greets back with a smile. Curious about him, I asked, "Where are you going in this late night?" He answers, "Oh, I just got back from work." I'm shocked. He replied, "Doing overtime for extra money." "RM4, please." At the same time, he handed me the money. I nodded while setting up the gas pump. "Okay, all set. Please be careful when returning home, budget." He grinned and walked back to the gas pump. When I looked at the money, I paused for a moment. There were 2 pieces of RM2. In Malaysia, 2 ringgit banknotes stopped printing in 1999, which makes them rare and valuable. He must have mistaken giving me this. So I grabbed the money and walked out the door quickly. Then I realized that no one was at a gas pump. Was he already left? No way, I just set up the gas pump less than 2 minutes ago. And he even left, I could still hear, and even though he left, I could still hear the engine. I returned to the counter and asked myself, am I dreaming? I slowly opened my hand and the money is still there. Then I checked the computer to see the gas pump again. The RM4 that I set before, it's still not used, bruh. Did he drive away? But you could still hear him. Bruh. You know, if you sell the 2 ringgit, I think you can earn a lot of money because it's kind of like antique. Bruh. That's scary. Is this a true story? To Agar? I think To is busy, but it's okay. Bro. You know what you could do? I mean, 4 ringgit is 4 ringgit, right? You could take 4 ringgit from your pocket and change the notes with this, and you just bring this home. Bring this home. In about 10 years, people will pay heaps of money for this. I have this VOC coin worth 50,000 IDR. Hoozy, how could you do me so dirty, bruh? So maybe he was like... I mean, back in the day, riding bikes was such a huge thing. Being a biker, right? Like, you know, those older men with like a ponytail and then they're like riding on a bike. Like a big bike. This is interesting. Maybe that person's from that era. Thank you for sending this in, to Edgar. Yeah. Kurumi encouraging something. No, I'm just saying, you gotta live smart. You know, you don't get a headache when you see one big paragraph? No. I used to read a lot of books. I used to go through like 2 books a day. I was a nerd. I went to the library so much that my teacher was just like, bruh. Anyways, next story. Baima. Afu. AKA Baima. I'm sorry. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Title of story. Tok Dalang Ghost Story. Tok Dalang said the durian ghost at his farm is so scary. Uish, mengerikan. What does this mean? What is this? What is Tok Dalang? Tok Dalang. Tok Dalang. I know dalam means inside. What is a dalang? Tok Dalang. Upin Ipin. Oh, okay. Haya. Next story. Zheng Chao. Friends hypersense. Thank you for sending this in. This is, I assume, another true story, right? Dalang is like people who play wayang. Ah, I see. I see. Wayang are those puppets, right? The puppet, the... Yeah. I know. That one I know. I see. Alright, let's read Zheng Chao's, what I assume, another true story. So my friends and I are organizers of a training camp. True as a stone, oof. As facilitators, we have to make sure no kids wander around at night and check if all things are in place. Nothing was wasted or might endanger the children. So it's around 11:30. One girl colleague and I went out for last checking, because it's our shift to go check on that day. As we reached the exam hall on the 4th floor, it's a bit far from the main site, but we had treasure hunts, so whole compound was used. I saw the fan at the end of the hall is spinning vigorously, shaking back and forth even. Okay. As a man, I suggest go check whether it's the wind or is the switch not turned off. My colleague's face turned pale a bit and said, "Nah, let's go back faster, let's go." I was legit concerned about the electricity cost, but she insists that we leave that place as soon as we can. Insensitive me tried to ask her why. She said, "Don't ask." Thinking back, the whole exam hall had its windows closed, and the last fan shaking isn't normal at all. It almost seemed like someone is swinging it kind of motion. Bruh. Must be budget with the bike pass-by lesson. Based on true story. Sometimes, I don't know. Would you guys prefer if your friend told you right then and there, or if your friend told you later on? Because I think I see why she wouldn't tell you then right then and there. Because if she did, and what if the thing hurt her, it might be like, "Oh, you can see me later, right there by itself." Prefer if they told me there later. I think I would want to know later, just for my friend's safety, I guess. Because if they told me, I don't know, I have some sense of trust, I suppose, with my friends. If they told me, no, like, let's go, I would have been like, you know, okay, that's alarming, okay, let's go. But if they were like, nah, like they sounded like they were lazy, I would be like, "Psh, let's go check it out." But if they were like, "No, let's go, come on," I would be like, that's a red alarm. Fistical. Hey, yeah. Is this your story? No, this is Zheng Chao's story. Zheng Chao, thank you for sending this in. Best to go far away or wait for days to tell what happened or not to tell, bruh. I think, yeah. Usually you want to act cool. Like, don't break your cover. Just be chill. You know what I mean? Thank you for sending this in, Zheng Chao. I feel like your friend might have a lot of juicy stories. Tell me right there, it's better in my opinion. What if she's like, I see something, and then she's like, it's right next to us right now. You know what I mean? Like, I think it hurt us. You know what I mean? It's like, bruh. I have more stories. Let's go. Hey, next story. Hamstar. Wangi, 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 wangi. What is Snoopy? Yeah, I agree, Zheng Chao. Hamstar. Knock. Oh my god, I thought it was done. So one night, I was alone. I decided to just stay in my room to draw while the door of my room was closed. It felt safe to have my door. Whilst working, I was listening to some songs. Then I heard loud knocks. It was just from the neighbor next door because I was wearing I thought it was from the neighbor next door because I was wearing headphones. I take off my headphones and heard the loud knocks were from my bedroom door. It was banging hard as if someone tried to get in. I mustered the courage and slowly opened the door. No one. That night I stayed in the living room until my family came home. Bruh. See, if you were in your house and someone knocked on your door, doesn't that mean they're already in your house? Oh my god. Fancy, thank you for 3 ringgit. Hi, yeah. Super chat. Stop it. Kage. But if it... Doesn't it mean it's already in your house? So if you were in the living room, doesn't that mean you're in the same space as whatever that was? It gets scarier if you're in a studio house. I think it's scarier if you're in a studio house and something knocked from inside the toilet. You know what I mean? That means it's inside of your house. How's that, bagarka? That's very scary. Hamstar. This sounds like a true story because Hamstar draws. Hammy. Bro, that's scary. I hope nothing happened after that. Stay safe, Hamstar. Hey yo, the story stopped. Send them in. Keep them coming. 61 responses. At this point, I don't know if my parent knocked, Kurumi knocked, and suddenly they barged in asking if I'm okay. Oh my god. Yeah. Smart move to stay in the living room since the ghost is not a living being. Bruh. Lufao. Hey, mercenary. What up? Another Zheng Chao story. Friends encounter. Is it the same friend? Because I would like to know. If it is, can you please call her like, I don't know, A or something? Like give her a nickname so we know it's the same friend. Zheng Chao. Friends encounter. Okay. This story was an exchange when my friends and I hanging out and telling each other ghost stories or encounter we knew. His story goes like this. He was just around 10 years old, and it was late evening on a weekend. He was sitting at the bed in his room, getting ready as his family are all getting ready to go out and have dinner. He was staring at the open door doing nothing, and an old lady appeared to his door. The lady is old, and her face is so pale. Ignorance that my friend had. He says hi to the old auntie. In a blink of an eye, the old auntie disappeared. My friend wasn't shocked, but rather confused. He is very certain that he saw an old pale auntie at his door that evening in his house. His grandma didn't live with him, so it can't be his grandma. Based on true stories. That's kind of scary, man. You see it? But she appeared at the door, huh? She just appeared at the door? Hey, yo? Is it you? Hi, yeah. I mean, it would be scary if she peeked in. That means she's curious about you. That means she's trying to know about you. You know, that's kind of scary. But if she just appeared, then it's still scary. But I guess, I don't know. Your friend said hello to the auntie, bruh. Alright, I'm gonna head out kind of bad. I don't think I would stay in that house. If that happened, I think I would call my family as I'm rushing to go out and be like, yo, man, I just saw the in the house. Like, I'm out for the day. Like, when you guys come back, come pick me up. Yo. They made eye contact. Oh, my lord. That's scary. Thank you for sending this in, Jung Chao. And let's change some music. Where did you go? Bring salt too? I mean, in some cultures, salt don't work. In some cultures, though, I know pee works. Especially male pee. I don't know why. They say that if the male pees right then and there, it's gonna go away. Like, the male pee repels it. I mean, it's the same thing as crucifix, right? In some culture, crucifixes work. In some cultures, they don't. It really depends. You watch the poltergeist. You watch the possessed, you know, people's movies, right? With somebody that's possessed. Sometimes you use like a crucifix, and the demon just like, ha ha ha, you think I'm a sucker? You know what I mean? It really depends. So it's like weird that these things have cultures too. Yeah. P to show dominance. Oh my god. Male P really? What? I don't remember. Is it Buddhism? I don't remember. 童子鸟. Maybe. I don't know. I forgot. This is something that I heard of a long time ago. I may or may not be true. I mean, why so sexist? You know what I mean? Like, goes my love female people would discuss male people. Hey, that's sexist AF. Yeah. So it really depends. I don't know. It's like some things work, some things don't. And maybe you gotta pull out all the stops. Yeah. Hello, welcome. Maybe you gotta just, you know, bring everything. Bring your A game. Or just try to ignore it and move on. Next story. Zheng Chao. Thank you. Thank you for sending this in. I think I have a guardian angel. This is a true story as well. In a lot of times, I have a sense. As I'm submitting stories, I recall this moment. There's this voice that tells me what to do. It might be just rational thinking. But now thinking back, I feel kind of protected by it. There was this one instance as I was washing dishes at the kitchen. My brother wanted to borrow my keys, as he wants to go out and buy food. My keys was on my shelf, with a lot of action figures and small boxes. I need to tell my brother where the key is, but both my hands were occupied with dirty plates. As I was pointing my head at the shelf, like a nod motion at the shelf, the key fell from the smaller box and made a noise. None of us were touching it, but the key fell on itself as I waved my head motion. My brother hears the key and picks it up, of course. All of these happened, but I can never shake it off my head. Hi, Sonic. Bro. It's the chin knot, right? The, hey, right there. Right there. Nah, right there. You bet. You have a guardian minion. I am a Javanese. We use salt in our culture, but I go north of Malaysia like Kedah. They don't have those salt culture to repel. They don't like if we throw salt, but my Javanese culture throws salt. That's so interesting. That's so interesting. That's scary. But thank you for sending this in. Are you still living in the same house? I hope not. Hello, welcome. You're a wizard, Harry. I recall in some comic books that Korean culture also throw salt. They throw salt? Let me think. They throw salt. There's a few things. I can't remember right now. But they do throw salt. Or they scatter salt or something? Yeah. Anyways. Next story. Grex sayang. Uwu. Thank you, little Grex. Oh. Red eyes. Title of story. Red eyes, black hairy thingy. Totally not red eyes, black dragon. After the story, let's take a toilet break. I wonder if this is a true story. We moved, new house, feng shui better. Lot of grass. Yes, I'm here. Is this a true story? You're a wizard, Harry. And then Harry says, you're a Harry wizard. Harry's not wrong. Alright, let's read this. Okay, you guys can see it too. To make it short, I played hide and seek with my cousin at my grandma's house. So I hide myself and somehow travel to the other dimension. The time in there are totally different where we perceive our reality. I hide beside some old zinc that's standing at cocoa tree. I'm waiting there for my cousin to find me until late evening, but he didn't arrive, so I decided to call it as end. When I tried to move the zinc, suddenly I heard some noises like someone's crawling through the bushes. I look at it and I'm in shock because what I saw is something that I've never seen before. It crawled like a monitor lizard and had very long black hairy hair cloaking all over its body, equipped with long hands and legs like razor claw. The face looked like a monkey with a pig nose and have wild boar fangs with bat ears. That creature noticed me and ran towards me like trying to catch some prey. I ran with all my might to the direction of my grandma's house, and that's the time I noticed the day is still at noon. Gladly, I found my father at the area doing some maintenance on his car. I cried and tell about it to my father, and my father decided to bring me inside the car and chilling. I finally getting calm after rest a bit in the car, but not last long because I saw that creature once again perching at my grandma's house door shouting, "Where is my master?" I didn't remember after that, but my mom told me that I and my mother got spooked hard by it and had to seek for a shaman to help get rid of it and close my third eye to not be able to see them ever again. Bruh. What? Is this a true story? Wait, let's read the description again. Looks like a monkey with pig nose, have a wild boar fang with bat ears. Crawling like a monitor lizard, have very long black hairy hair cloaking all over its body, equipped with long hands and leg with razor claw. Long time ago. It was true? What the heck did you see? Good evening, welcome. What did you see? Oh my gosh. Wait, that's kind of scary to witness. Wait, what? Crawling like a monitor lizard. It said, "Where is my master?" That's when I was a kid. Oh my god. It looks like a creature, huh? Wild boar fang with bat ears. Is that like a chupacabra then? You guys remember chupacabra? I mentioned it in my tier list stream. Let me show you a photo. I don't want to trigger anything, but tell me if it looks like it. Does it look like this? Oh, this is hairless though. You can't really see it, can you? This is in Mexican culture though, or like Hispanic, I guess. It's like a rat. It looks like a rat. Sea myth monsters. Sheepsucker. Some call it as a hantu raya. What? Eh? Hantu raya is a type of familiar spirit in Malay folklore that acts as double for black magic practitioners, roughly meaning great ghost. It is supposed to bestow great powers onto its master. Because its hantu raya always takes on its owner's appearances, its form is unknown. Oh my fucking god, I just googled it and I just clicked out real quick. I just got chills. That is... If you want to Google it at your own pace. That is absolutely terrifying. I just got chills all over. Almost, but it's black color. Bruh. I bailed after 2 seconds. I know, right? What the heck? Oh my gosh. I clicked into images and I clicked out immediately. I can't do this. That's so scary, bruh. Final evolution of Chihuahua. What's Chihuahua? Usually for guarding your dusun or ladang or something like that. What is dusun or ladang? Oh my gosh. That is so scary. Did your family member practice like black magic or something? It's a black hairy red-eyed creature. Oh, you don't say, honey. Seeing the previews? There was no preview for me. What the heck? Dusun or ladang is like a farm. Orchard. I see. Small village and ladang is rice. So it's supposed to protect it? Oh my gosh, that is so terrifying. I'm still getting chills. I'm actually scared. What the heck? Plantation. Farmland. Some cultures, I mean, terrifying. Bruh. The Boma said the hunter raya don't have master and seeking one. Oh no. Maybe its master died or something? Bruh. Yeah, Malay culture have that practice long time ago. Oh my gosh. Go tell Phasmo Devs to add Hantu Raya. I don't think they were gonna physically make one that looked like that. I mean, they should. It would be scary. Trying to seek one. Oh my gosh. I'm so glad your mom saw it too? What the heck? You don't remember anything after that. That's so scary. Not just long time ago. Some sassy people still practice sassy stuff now. Don't do it. But if you use that thing, you get a big sin. You must give Hanturai a task. If not, the whole area will be cursed. What? So it needs to have a reason to live. It needs to have a reason to go on. Otherwise, it will probably haunt everyone like it haunted, you know, Lodgrax, like that. Just trying to look for, you know. Bruh, that's terrifying. It needs a master. Yeah, bruh. Ask it to clean out the trash. So what do you think it is? A raccoon? A squirrel? Oh my gosh. That is scary. Oh boy. This sounds like something that you only read in books, but apparently it's true. Bruh. Dallo, I'm sorry. We're about to take a toilet break real quick. 3 to 5 minutes. I'm gonna go clear up my nose. It's killing me. You can ask them to do surveillance. Yeah, maybe be like any thieves. You know what I mean? If they're thieves, show yourself or something. I don't know. Thanks a lot, Kurumi. This is kind of late. Happy New Year and congrats for 20k. So thank you for 15 ringgit super chat. Thank you so much. Always a pleasure to have you around. Thank you. There's an image matching the description in Hantu Raya images. I know. I googled it. I clicked into images and I got so shook. I don't know. Maybe I have to rewatch and see if my face went. It looks exactly like what he described. Oh my god. And like my whole screen was just black and red all over because I clicked into the images and every image looked the same. Oh, that's scary. Boar fangs and bat ears. Oh my lord. Alright, let's take a quick toilet break. 3 to 5 minutes. I might be back faster because I'm scared and I want company. They can imitate their master's appearance. Oh, bruh. That's like Chupacabra. Like, legit. Chupacabra is also a shapeshifter. Oh my gosh. Okay. We take a quick toilet break. We'll be back in a bit. I sped run. I sped run so fast. Sis, did you wash your hands? Yes, I did. But did I dry them? No, I did not. Let me just dry them on my clothes. Okay. I'm an idol, I swear. Let's see. I just read something. The monk said... There's also in American folklore about skinwalkers, same as binatang jadian shapeshifter in Malay or Nusantara folklore. Yes, I've actually heard a scary story about skinwalkers before. They are like chupacabras, but excuse me. This one person was trying to look for their dog. I don't remember the full story, but they were trying to look for their dog, and their dog ran somewhere, and this person kept hearing their dog bark at night. So he came out, and he never let his dog outside. So he was like, why is my dog barking outside of my house? So he opened it, and he didn't see anything, but then he kept looking, like his eyes were trailing where the dog barking was coming from. He said he looked up on a tree, and he saw something that looks like a human. It's not a human, it's like skin, whatever the heck, skinwalker looking description, barking. And it sounded exactly like their dog. Do you also have allergies? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Spring cleaning has been brutal lately. So, yeah. It's very scary. Imagine, like, looking at, and then it's just like, but then it's like barking like the sound of your dog. You're just like, bruh. So, yes. I'll try Ouija board, not gonna lie. I know it's dangerous, but I want to try it. Scary. Also, I read Hihi, kopi tongkat Ali satu Ami, my bro. I read kopi tongkat Ami. I don't know why. My eyes. I'm sorry, Ami. Shush. Yeah. Hunter right to do the clean? No, thank you. 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 Skinwalker a bit different, right? They wear skins instead of shape-shifting. They can look exactly like whoever they want to be. They can lure you out. And I think like basically they wear your skin. Not like take your skin and wear it, but like they mimic you. They can even sound exactly like you, which is what is terrifying. Yeah. I don't know, that's just scary to me. I mean, my own personal anecdote is encountering a tall shadow entity with visible red eyes staring back at me when I was like 6 years old. Oh my lord. Please send in detail. I want to know. Poor Ami using tongkat already, bruh. Wink wonk. Notice Korean folklore. It's a long-haired tiger who can shapeshift and mimic voice. They lure people in and eat them. I think that's similar. I think that is similar. Yeah. My mom said a skinwalker imitated my grandma once. Oh my freaking god. There's one Jin like that. Jin Karin. Oh my gosh. See, these things are so... I don't know. Y'all, like, if you really do a deep dive, can you really go around and tell people, hey, yo, I don't believe they exist? Because, like, bro, are you serious? Like, sure, there's no proof, but, like, you know what I mean? Like, if you see, I don't know, Dwayne The Rock Johnson and your phone is in your pocket and he's, like, passing by in a split second, you can't take a photo of him, you know? And you're just like, bruh, does that mean Dwayne The Rock Johnson does not exist? No. He still exists. You just couldn't, you know, snap a photo of it. Okay, sorry, that was a stupid example. But yeah, please stay safe, oh lord. Alright, let's see. Bruh. Really nothing more to say. Tilted my head and the red eyes matched my movements, even winked, and it winked at me to match. But I did not move. I went back to sleep, bruh. Aozora Kurumi exists even if I can't take a picture right now. That's true. To be honest, y'all can screenshot, but what's the point? I'm not doing anything special. Eva walked into her room and asked, have you eaten? But when she looked at grandma, she was horrified for her life. Oh my gosh, Stephanie. They can get into your house? That's terrifying. Oh my gosh. No thank you. No thank you. No thank you. Oh my lord. Alright, thank you Jung Chao for sending in your stories. A friend with super sense. Another friend. Okay. A friend of mine. Let's call her O. Okay. She has been sensitive in all these things as she had a big fever that almost cost her life. After that, she'd been able to quote-unquote see things. Instead of seeing, it's almost like a scent. She sees legs hopping around or floating. She never dared to see what's above the legs, but from the legs itself, it can't be human or anything living. O has been a good student, and she never really bothered by it. She has strong encounter a few times. Once is at a relative's wedding, when she went and washed her hands. She saw a pair of dark-skinned children leg hopping on the tall tree branches. Seemed like a small Indian kid. The kid noticed her and fly down from the tree straight towards her. She got scared so much she passed out. The family picked her up afterwards. The other time when she prepared for exam, she lived on the 3rd floor, and there's a pair of white legs keep floating outside the window. She got so annoyed that she screamed at the legs, "Boleh jangan kacau tak? Aku nak study ni." And the ghost legs goes away just like that. There are a few times when she went real close to those quote-unquote legs. Oh, based on true story. I think a few VTuber friends, I don't want to give names because I might be wrong, but they've mentioned on their streams a few times before, if you watch their streams, that they noticed people were outside their windows and they could hear people walking around. And yeah, I mean, I don't know, for me, at least my windows are usually far away, so it's like and my window is not connected to the outside. It's like inside still. So, bruh, she needs to do well for exams. Okay. At least it gave her space. You know what I mean? It didn't like get pissed off or anything. So, yeah. I guess a scary thing would be that it kicked the window or something. I don't know. Yeah, we got one VTuber friend who can see stuff. Like, actually see. That's scary. I mean, I feel bad for her. I wonder if there's any way she could help herself. They gotta live at the 7th floor. Wait. No, 7th floor doesn't help. One of my friends, I think I mentioned this before. Did I? It was the same friend who got spooked out when playing Phasmophobia. Yeah. He lived in a high floor too, and he saw stuff. Psychologist? Oh, honey, I don't know. Maybe that could only suppress it, you know what I mean? She still sees him once in a while nowadays. I feel so bad for her. I feel so bad for her. Girl, you got this. Thank you for sending this in. Hearing footsteps from the window at the 7th floor is really terrifying. My friend, I don't know if I mentioned this because I told this story a few times. But he was with his sister. He lives with his sister, and she was always in her bedroom. And he said one time he ate in his bedroom. He was about to walk to the kitchen or something to put the plates, and he passed by their balcony and he saw a kid staring in, a child. And they live on the 7th floor. In his balcony, he saw a kid staring, like, bruh. And he freaked out. He actually asked his sister to come stare like look at it with him and it was gone. But you know, bruh. Only cat and squirrel do sussy things in my house. Cat and squirrel, eh? Bruh. Stay safe, ladies and gentlemen. Fever, huh? Thank you for sending this in. It's still 8:45 p.m. here. It's spooked already and I want to sleep, but I also want to keep watching. After the stream, you can watch, I don't know, some funny clips, cat videos. Hello, Kurumi, can I still submit stories? Yes, yes, of course, of course. Submissions will always be open for a long, long time, so please do send. Next horror stream, you read the SCP wiki. Can you tweet me the link? Can you please tweet me the link? I in my first one, I think I read some creepypasta, some what sites did I use? Some Sixpan stuff. But I would love to read if you guys have spooky ones. I think that's all from my experience. So I read real stories from the back of my head. I hope it stays that way. SCP isn't that scary, but it is interesting. I don't know what it is though, but isn't it a game, right? SCP is a game, right? Yeah, do submit, guys. The link will, the form is still open, always. I don't know what it is, but I heard of it before. All right. Next story. We have Hazik M. Thank you, Hazik M, for sending your story in. Okay. English assignment. Title of the story. Imagine trying to submit your English assignment, thinking that it was successful, you shut your laptop. The next day you check that it wasn't submitted, and it hasn't finished uploading when you turn your laptop off. Trying to fix this, you realize you already deleted the file from your recycle. Oh, that is not very PogChap. Indeed. That's why you double check, triple check. As a Virgo, we quadruple check. As a Virgo, you check 4 times, honey. Lots of stuff, not all of them is scary. In fact, it's pretty scarce. I see. SCP. SCP Wiki? Oh, they're a community that create creepypasta. Some fan created fan. Oh, some fan created a game. I always thought it was just a game. I thought SCP was a game. Yeah, I thought SCP was a game. Virgo checked the stove 5 times before going out of the house. As a matter of fact, every time I walk by the kitchen, my hands would kind of twist the twist the gas thingy to make sure that it's locked. Always. Yeah, I don't know, it's a habit. But yes, thank you for sending this in. As asparagus, we go YOLO. Oh my gosh. I see. Oh, the game originated by taking monsters from the SCP website horror stories. They do look scary, not gonna lie. They're scary. Oh, I see. A lot of SCP YouTube channels that you could binge. So it's basically a creepypasta, right? Creepypasta, Sixpence, Reddit No Sleep, right? Next story. Time King. Thank you, Time King, for submitting this. I can't talk today. For submitting this. Title of story: Not Bathroom Ghost. Never told anyone this story. Not sure people would believe me anyway. So here's the story. It was Saturday night. I was on my bed browsing YouTube until I felt my stomach rumble. Seems like I have a stomach ache. I went to the bathroom to do my business. I share my bathroom. I share a bathroom with my brother, so it wasn't a surprise that he's using the bathroom. I went to the bathroom and it was locked. I knocked and my brother said he was using it. Not noticing anything weird, I ran to the guest bathroom to relieve myself. It was the best feeling of just making it just in time, sweating on the toilet seat while trying to push. Relatable. Well, after finishing my business, I went to the living room and noticed my brother was on his phone. I asked him what did he do in the bathroom like brothers do. He told me he did not go to the bathroom. That scared me and I went to check the toilet. As I arrived at my bathroom, I heard a flushing sound. Then my brother came out. He asked me what did I want. I only looked at him and slowly went back to the living room. He wasn't there anymore. His phone was there. I leave the living room, went back to my room, locked the doors and covered myself with my blanket. I will never mention this to anyone, I told myself. Well, until today, that is. Bro. That is terrifying. That is terrifying. He told me he didn't go to the bathroom. I went to check. As I arrived in my bathroom, I heard a flushing sound and my brother came out. He asked me what did I want. I only looked at him and slowly went back to the living room, but he wasn't there anymore. His phone was there. Huh. Blanket plus 100 equals to 100 plus defense. I'm telling you. That is terrifying. That is actually really scary. Time King, I hope everything is safe with you. Please move out of that house. Please move out of that house. This is scary. But thank you for sending this in. Oh Lord. Jung Chao, shoulder and forehead. Thank you for sending this in. In my cultural belief, there's 3 fires on top of your shoulder and forehead. Ah, yes, that's true. 1 on each side of your shoulder and 1 on your forehead. So these 3 fires protect you from anything evil. In the Hungry Ghost Festival, it's very taboo to tap someone on the shoulder because you might put out their fire and make them vulnerable to invasions of evil spirit. So is when you're sleeping. I know covering your whole body till neck is very comfy, but you might cover 2 of your fires, which are on your shoulders, make you very vulnerable to the evil spirit when you're asleep. That's why it's recommended not wearing hat in Hungry Ghost Festival, as you might cover the fire on your forehead too. The way to relight your fire is to snap your finger at the shoulders, forehead, then you rekindle your flame, and then you're safe. This is actually so true. Head and shoulder shampoo, give a ass. This is actually so true. I mean, true as in like this is down to the T an actual like cultural belief, where you actually like you snap your fingers to like light the fire, and you do it like a not like a diva way. You know divas, they do like zigzaggedy. They're like you know what I mean? But this one is like it's like a light snap on your forehead and both shoulders. This is also why at nighttime when people call out your name, you don't turn your head because you might put out your shoulder fire. Yeah. And so, you know, that means, you know, it's gonna come straight at you. This is true though. But yeah, I sent this in for fun. It is fun fact. It is fun fact. I don't know, because the first time I was touched by a ghost, my blanket was under my shoulders, so it wasn't like covering my shoulders, so I don't know. Yeah. Oops. Don't mind Kuru Papa in the kitchen. In the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Yeah, thank you. First time, lol. Yeah, I mentioned it in my first horror storytelling. Oh no, is internet poopy? I mentioned it in my first horror storytelling stream of some of my personal experiences. Thank you for sending that in, Jing Chao. That was fun fact. Give a ass, give a ass. Next story sent in by Moonboy. Thank you, Moonboy, for sending this in. Title of story: This is why I retired as a paranormal investigator. Bro. Alright, let's read this. I'm an ex-paranormal investigator. Let me tell you the case that retired me, that haunts me to this day. There was a man who claimed that his daughter was a half-vampire, that a vampiress left them when he found out about her midnight escapades. How did he respond when he found out? By shotgun, he proudly declared. Her powers manifested 3 years ago, he told us. He has since chained her up to her bedroom wall, locked the room, and kept her there for years. He finally wanted us to get rid of his little problem. The girl kept crying for her mother, he said, and feared for his life. Does the girl listen to you? My team asked. She does when chains or guns are involved, he said. He took us to her basement cellar. He told us that it's been a week since he fed her. Kept her weak to make our jobs easier, he proudly explained. He unlocked the lock and opened the doors. The entire room was ransacked, like a maelstrom that finally manifested. Her chain was broken and it looked like it was ripped off, with much exertion and blood. A closet was moved to one side where it revealed a wall was clawed through. A tunnel was dug. On the floor, made out of blood and feces, the large bold words, "I will return for you." The undercover policeman that accompanied us took him to the police station. What? What is Moon Boy's story? What is Moon Boy? What? I'll be back. I'll be back. What is... So it escaped, didn't it? But, that is so sad. Like, if he was hallucinating, right? If he was delusional, he locked up a poor little girl in his basement with blood and feces all over, bruh. That's messed up. Feels a bit cut off, this one. Yeah. What does this mean? It's like an open ending. I want to know. Give me the rest of the story. What's a moon boy? Should I Google this? Moon pot. What? What is a moon boy? Moon pay. What? No sign of it on Google? Interesting. Shrimp you high? But thank you for the story. Paranormal Investigator, huh? Yeah, is there a second season that I have to stay tuned? Moon Boy DLC after story. I want to know. Thank you for sending it in though. Next story. Field Station Portable. Let's go, Kuro. Glug. Gorgeous lady equals uninvited guest. Let's listen to the Glug story. Okay. One fine evening, my mother was busy preparing dinner while waiting for my father to return from work. Before she heard the doorbell ringing, excited, she opened the door to greet my father as usual. However, what stood at the door was instead a mysterious yet haunting beautiful lady. For some reason, my mother felt warmness in her heart when she saw this lady. Thus, she invited this complete stranger to join for dinner. My mother introduced the dishes, but the guest seemed uninterested. After a while, she finally mumbled something to my mother. "Raw eggs would do. Do you have some?" said the lady. Although the answer was weird, my mom complied with the request. The lady devoured a bunch of raw eggs greedily, much to my mother's disgust. After she finished, my mom asked the lady if there's anything else that she would like to eat. As she received the answer, chills ran down her spine. "This time, I want the tasty boy in your stomach. Hee hee." I'm sorry, that's the best way I could do this. As soon as she said this, the lady morphed into a hideous-looking ghost. All my mother could do was to close her eyes and scream as loud as she could. After she opened her eyes, she saw my father trying to calm her down. Turns out it was just It was all just a nightmare. The end. Haha, not yet. She was still curious about the dream, so my mother went to the doctor for a medical checkup. Much to her surprise, the doctor congratulated her, holding her hands while telling her the good news. Congratulations. You are pregnant with a baby boy. Hence, whenever the atmosphere feels off, I wonder if it's just me or a beautiful lady is waiting to eat me. Hehehe. The end. 293 words. Thank you for keeping it in the word limit, but is this a true story? I mean, unless the lady looks like, once again, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, for the lack of a better example. You really trying to eat raw eggs for protein, lady? Kind of sus. Yeah, my mom told me this, unless she was trolling me. Where did it go? Where did it go? Where did it go? Because all your mother did was scream. She closed her eyes and screamed as loud as she could. After she opened her eyes, she saw your father trying to calm her down. Was your mother pregnant? She didn't know she was pregnant, right? What if that person wasn't your father? Bro, that's scary. I want a tasty boy in your stomach. Like, wow, way to ruin the good news. She was pregnant with me. She knew after the dream. Father woke her up. She didn't know before? Oh my gosh. This is giving me chills. It's like a Michael Jackson creepypasta just because of the hee-hee. How did your mom tell you this hee-hee went? The beautiful ghosts do a gender reveal. I know, right, bruh? Thank you for the story. That's so creepy. Well, yeah, it can't get close to you because kurumates will protect you. Oh, tumbo dia, tumbo. Weird gender reveal party. He is my own addition. Oh my god. That's terrifying regardless. Next, Mr. Tumbo story. Thank you for sending this in, Cloud. Story is called I Love My Mama. Alright. It's a freaking bug in my room. Alright. I love my mama. She really is the best one you could ask for. She's always there for me. One day after school, John and his friends started pulling at my hair. It hurts. She saw what was happening and took the boys around the corner of the school. I don't know what she did, but they never bothered me again. She can be really scary when she wants to be. She was there for me when Dad made our neighbors close their blinds. When he made them turn up their TVs to drown out the sounds of him beating me. She comforted me those nights. She would cry and her tears would roll off her bruised chin onto my forehead. Oh no. She was there for me when Dad had left us. He left on a stormy night after they had a big fight and he just disappeared into the night. Uh-oh. Dad had a little too much to drink too often. Mom didn't like that about him. And neither did I. That day she cried and held me and said, "Don't be angry at him, Cloud. Everyone gets their return eventually." Bruh. She was there for me when we went to his funeral 2 weeks after. His body was discovered behind a club, hidden behind trash bags. An employee found his rotten body being eaten by crows and maggots, so they called the cops immediately. After he died, Mom was the happiest I had ever seen her. Life was good for a while. We had McDonald's on Friday every week. But then she got a new boyfriend. And this boyfriend was a lot like Dad. He made her cry and he made me sad. I really didn't feel like hiding another body. But nobody hurts my mom. I love her. Spoopy art. Let's see. Hey yo. Oh, wangi wangi. Wanjai wanjai. Thank you for the spoopy art. What a twist! That's terrifying. I didn't feel like hiding another body, but you're so good at hiding the body. Holy schmouse. Behind a club, bruh. Thank you for sending this story in. What a twist! Oh my god, scared the crap out of me. Boy, why did you suddenly jump here? My son. Why would you scare mommy like this? He jumped on the table. Oh my god, kagekwa. Hiya, you. Oh my god. He like suddenly a freaking floof jumped on the table and he's 10 kilograms and the table shook. I'm about to have a stroke. So sad. Hiya, you. Oh my god. Lamau, papagao. Oh my gosh. He's looking at me like, what? He is 10 kil. He's a big boy. He's a chunker boy. Astaga. Thank you for sending this in. He's got a comedic timing. Oh lord, not like this. He's a big cat. He's tall too. As in his width is, you know what I mean? Girthy boy. Tasukaru ass. Hello, Christopher. Alright, next story. Soy boy. Graveyard. Thank you for sending this in. When I was walking in the sidewalk next to a graveyard, I heard a lady laughing. I'm not sure what it is because I ran away. Bruh. That's scary. But at least you ran. That's smart. Gewa Ash from Gewa Ass. I mean, technically, a lot of university kids hang out around graveyards. For some reason. But, I don't know, man. She has good Wi-Fi in a graveyard. I'm surprised she got signal. Thank you for sending that in. Jung Chao, sleepless night. Hello, happy Halloween. Oh lord, happy belated Halloween. Stay safe, healthy, and happy you too. Thank you. I also jump if I hear a lady laughing at a graveyard. Same. Honestly, what? Why would you stick around to find out? Alright, next story. Thank you, Jung Chao, for sending this in. Sleepless night. It's just a random night. Gotta wake up tomorrow early morning for class, but my hands are cold, back are sweating cold, even though I covered my whole body. My heart is racing fast for no reason. I listen to the surrounding. There's no sound. It's so silent. It's scary. I recall what I did today. Did I went to any place that's very possessed or whatever, and I realized I drank 2 coffee that day. Lama. Yeah, I feel you. But I don't know, when I drink coffee, my whole body shakes like a leaf. You know what I mean? And like my heart beats so fast, I'm about to have a panic attack. But I don't feel cold, I just feel restless, can't breathe. Heavyweight cat wrestler, he is heavy. My mother said this is Christmas time. It's Christmas still for everyone. I'm not over Christmas yet. As a matter of fact, I still listen to Christmas songs, bro. Thank you for sending this funny one in. Thank you. We have Ami's ex-birthday boy story. The amazing Ami. Title: When You Forgot. This happened around 5 years ago at my university. I still remember it was Tuesday. Everything happened during the day when the sun is up. I went to class as usual, having to face the boring daily 8 to 4 class. But something feels weird that day. I feel like something was not right, but I was not sure what it is actually, so I just try to go through the day without worrying much. It was the last class of the day, and it was a calculus class. The lecturer finished the subtopic early and about to let us go back earlier than usual. Something that was bothering me earlier was still lingering, but I just pretend not to care at all. As me and my classmates were about to exit the lecture hall, we were held on by something. A loud voice came from one of the seats. A student stood up and reminded the lecturer that there should be a quiz that day. Oh my god. I also just remembered that the thing that made me feel not right that day was I also forgot to do the revision for the quiz that day. So the lecturer did proceed to give us a quiz that day. It was real hard to face the calculus quiz without studying beforehand. Sad life, hoo-hoo. Did you at least get an A+? Thank you, Yuka. Abra. Did you at least get an A+? Secret. No, the students that stood up was such an Amy Santiago. You know what I mean? Like, it's like having Amy Santiago in your class. Bruh. Teacher's pet. Yeah. You guys still dream of school? I still dream of school. I still dream of like waking up. No, I still dream of being in a classroom and about to take exams. Like, bruh. Thank you for sending this in. Picor. Hun, I heard it too. A mother called out to her daughter from another room. She began to search for her mother's voice only to be hastily pulled into a closet where her mother whispered, I heard it too. Yeah. This is the one we read about or talked about, right? The other time. Yeah. Where the mother is like, don't go downstairs. I heard it too. Like, bruh, who do you believe? School dreams means you're stressed out. Oh my gosh. I dream about it a lot. I dream of school a lot, actually. Yeah. This is the imposter thingy. Yeah, thank you for sending this in. We did mention about it last time. It was scary though. Blooming blossom, let's go. Girl from the TV. Thank you for sending this in. This was back in 2018 when I just started working. It's during one of those rare occasions where I'm home alone. It was nighttime. Since it's holiday, I'm staying late to watch TV. When the clock passed midnight, everything went dark. I looked outside and it seemed the whole complex went dark. I returned to the seat since I got nothing to do. It was at this moment the TV turned on and a long-haired woman appeared on the screen. I was bound to the seat by supernatural force. Oh my god, Kitty, don't do this. Unable to do anything as the figure crawled out from the TV. I can feel the chill down on my spine as the figure approaches. My heart almost stopped as she about to whisper to my ear. Yusuf? Tayyub? She whispered with her sultry voice. Is that a abracadabra or is that your name? What? What is ha ha ha? What? Is that abracadabra? That's a TV commercial? It's an ad? He's a person. Oh, he sells dates. Oh, now I want dates. Oh my goodness gracious, boy. What do you want? You scared the crap out of me for the third time. Kenapa? What do you want? He wants to go outside. Oh my lord. You stop scaring me. Oh my gosh. Bruh, my heart. No, Jackson, no. This boy, he went out the room, so I'm alone right now. Very famous Malay meme. I see. Thank you for sending this in, Blooming Blossom. Seems like you guys have a lot of comedic ones. Ooh, your name, Cat question mark? The new Freddy Fazbear. Is this the Freddy, was it Five Nights at Freddy's? Freddy Fazbear. The year was 1987. Oh lord. Freddy Fazbear had reopened. I decided to go. I was 12, so the animatronic shows were kind of dumb. The Balloon Boy was stupid. Kid Cove was only for little kids, but one area I liked. The puppets area. He gave the prizes, nothing else. His area was not quiet, because it had a faint music box in the background that always calmed me down. The only downside was that the puppet was scary. He had an odd smiling face and never said a word. He only laughed when he gave kids prizes. But back to what I was saying. It was a great place and had delicious pizza and fun games, but sadly, one time, I accidentally got locked in a pizzeria. I walked around trying to find a spare key or something to break the door with. I found a room labeled parts and services. I knew old animatronic pieces were in there. They might break a door, but I opened it. It was dark. Luckily, I had a flashlight with me. I turned it on. I found a loose arm on an old Bonnie the Bunny model and ripped it right off. I had trouble walking back to the exit. I stumbled upon the puppets area. The music box was playing. I found a key. I threw the arm behind me, knowing that the key would be easier to use. The arm fell on the music box. It stopped playing. The puppet then rose out of his box. He said, "Let's play," and ran after me. I was quicker, but just a bit. I quickly unlocked the door, got outside, and locked it back up again. I ran home crying. I got back home haunted by the nightmare that forever stayed in my mind, the memory. Take care, Yuka. This isn't even a lore accurate. I don't understand I watched PewDiePie play this when it was still poppin' and popular. I don't know what much was going on. I just sit in a security room and you just click the door, right? So I don't really recognize anyone. Yeah. It just sounds scary though. So recap, the puppet is actually like a what are those? What are these called? Animatronic? That means like they're what? Robots? I always thought Freddy, Five Nights at Freddy were just people wearing these costumes and just running around, no? Okay, hello, welcome. Jump scare simulator, yeah. Oh, they're robots. Ah, I see. They look like mascots, like people are underneath it. Nah, I don't like a game like that. It's like it's not that interactive. You just click and get scared and click. I don't know. That's why a lot of people were playing it at one point and I was like, should I stream this? But then I was like, kind of boring. But thank you for sending this in, cat question mark. Haka. Is this Hakase? I think this is Hakase's story. Yeah, it's scary for a while. After that, it becomes really annoying. Yeah, it's kind of repetitive. The new FNAF is more interactive. That's the first person one, right? Who did I watch play? I watched one of the EN people play. Yeah. I think PewDiePie played it too. Yeah, PewDiePie played it and kept getting chased by that girl or something. It was fun to watch. Thank you Haka Haka for sending this in. Ore no Jinsei. Title of story. This is a real story from my childhood till my 20s. My bro was 5 and sis was 3. And I was 18 months old, bro. I have to do the math. 18 months old. Mom was out to the market and we lived deep in the forest area at the bottom of the mountain. That day was bright oranges. And it was 6 p.m. Both my siblings heard a loud growl. At the size of a hound, but pitch black. My brother got scared and my sister closed the doors and windows by instinct. Both were protecting me as the growl became louder and louder. All doors and windows being scratched and also a bang. It continued for about 18 to 20 minutes. No one else lives near our house at the time. As the noise stopped, my mom arrived. My siblings told her everything, but she doesn't believe. It's not end yet. Time skipped for a few years. True story. I was 4. Neighbor's baby was born. It was pitch black at 10 p.m. Something big skinny eating something on the side of our house. Blood everywhere. Oh my god. Skip 2 years from the balcony to the door. Blood everywhere. I mean the whole house. But the horror was cleaning the blood. Skip to the year 2019. A little girl sat in front of my door. Till this day she was still there. And in 2020 a witch doctor said a bunyan Westerner called it elves for some reason. Wanted to marry me. But it's a tiger form bunyan. So when you read from the start, I was being watched since I was a baby. P.S. I also have a lot more ghost stories from my sister's dorm and school. Send them in. Is this what happened to Lord of Grax as well? You said tiger form, what? But bunions are not bunnies, what? Kawaii na. Wait, so blood everywhere. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. Spirit people. Spirit wanting to marry Shage. He's been getting proposed to since he was a kid. Dengil is the double kill. Malay and Nusantara culture. Interesting. Thank you for the blessings. The whole house was covered with blood? So what did it eat? The neighbor's baby was born. Why is that crucial? It was pitch black at 10 p.m. Something we skipped 2 years from the balcony to the front door. Blood everywhere. What? Oh, a little girl sat in front of your room door? So it transformed into a little girl? What? Said it eats baby goat. Oh my gosh. But you said there was nobody living nearby, but the neighbor's baby was born. So was the neighbor near you or not? That's so scary though. So you had blood all over your house and y'all still live there. No one me clicking the stream KFC at all. If only. KFC, please sponsor me. Oh, I'm so hungry. Kidnap people to be their bride or groom. Oh my gosh. The neighbor was a bit far. Oof. I'm not scared. Turns on all the lights in the room. I got McD chocolate pie. God dang it. I'm hungry. You're gonna hear my stomach growling. You have a friend next to you right now. Hello, or Chris's friend. But oh my gosh. So what about now? This is 2020 though. We're 2022 now. So like how, what? How's it going? I live in a different house now, but it's still following me. What? You just that handsome, huh? But do send the rest of the stories. Thank you for sending this one in. You know what? Stay safe, please. Maybe, I don't know, how would you get rid of it? I don't know. If the person marries the bunyan, they can't go back to the real world. What? Bruh. That's scary, man. Thank you, Ryuga Kamiyama, for sending this story. My primary school. Title of story. This story started when I got bored at night and I was always thinking, is my school safe from thieves? Then I go check my primary school. In the first and second grade hallways I just found. Wait, what? Is my school safe from thieves? Then I go check my primary school. In the first and second grade hallways I just found what? Found what? Found what? I want to know. People can be abducted. Oh, if they're not strong and going camping or trekking in forest. Oh my gosh, Hakase, stay home. I haven't heard any cases where ghosts will follow people to new homes. I don't want to say this because something happened in this exact same room that I was in, but yep. Found your mom. Listen, it is an unfinished story. Oh. Part 2? Oh. Okay. Maybe there's a part 3. Okay. Maaf, aku tak sengaja memencet tombol kirim saat belum selesai bercerita. Nggak apa-apa. Okay, they accidentally submitted it before they they sent it in. Okay, remake. I'm sorry, I accidentally pressed the send button while I was down writing the story. It's okay. The story started when I came to my primary school to check untuk mengecek apakah ada maling atau tidak. What is maling? Maling is thieves? After I come check the first and second grade hallways, and I just found female ghosts die because of suicide. I checked third and fourth, I just found a guy die because of burning. After I checked at the office, I found a pig, but that's not normal because pig can steal money. Of course, I make that pig into a roast pig because I'm Islam and I don't eat it. But my cousin is Christian, so he eat it. After that incident, my math teacher never came to my school, and then I realized he's a pig demon. So to answer, where's my math teacher? He's in my cousin's stomach. What? Sorry for my bad English. Is this a true story? Maling thieves. Maling is thief. Ha. So you went to the school, you checked the first and second grade hallways, you just found a female ghost who died because of suicide. You checked the third and fourth floor, you found a guy died because of burning. And after you checked the office, you found a pig, but that's not normal. Because the pig can steal money. Of course you turned... Oh, I think I get this. He roasted his teacher and fed it to his cousin. Is it that twisted? Babi ngepet from Indonesia. Is it a pet? Is that how you say it? Nga means to do something, right? You pet the pig. What is this? Wait, is it? Did I interpret it right? So is a pig demon? So is he like delusional? Is he delusional? He thought his teacher was a pig demon when in truth he killed a person and roasted it and gave it to his cousin. Because the teacher stole money. Did I interpret it right? Is it that twisted? I don't know. Maybe I went too far. No? You use a ritual to transform yourself into a pig to steal money from others. What? Sounds like a person turned into a pig, something like that. Ayo. Dark ritual, black magic. Aha. Whoa. Does this happen often? Okay, so if anyone wants a bit clearer background, in Indonesia, usually Java, an animal who steals money is usually paired with a myth of someone turning into those animals to steal money. Oh my gosh. So it's like a folklore, isn't it? Werepigs. Yeah, I heard of this. What the heck? Bedrock Edition. Huh. Sorry, I'm like rubbing my eye. That guy literally roasted his teacher. Oh my gosh. That's a very interesting culture thing. Thank you for sharing with me. I'll remember that. Scary. Fancy. That's like how you turn to a cow if you sleep after eating. That's a myth. Okay, thank you for sending this in, Fancy. Right side of the bed, title of the story. Let's read it. Bedtime is everyone's favorite, where you can just lie down in bed and not care about anything during that time. But not for me. Every day I've never looked forward to sleeping. My bed is directly next to a window, and it isn't a small window, it's quite a big one. During one night, I was about to go to sleep and enjoy sleeping, but just then, I heard scratching on the window. I was startled and immediately jumped out of bed. My window has a curtain on it, so I couldn't see what made the noise. I had assumed it was one of my cats, but that day all of my cats were indoors and couldn't have made the sound. Then suddenly the scratching started again. But this time it was scratching slowly. The curtain had a small opening in the middle, and I slowly leaned in to take a peek. I just saw something with long hair in front of the window whilst it was scratching. As soon as I took a peek, it suddenly stopped and just stood still doing nothing. I quickly crouched down next to my bed and pretended that I didn't see it. But it knew I looked at it, and it just started knocking. The knocking just started slowly. The knocking started slowly. But it started to knock faster and faster, to the point where I thought it would break the window. And then it suddenly stopped. After a couple minutes, I stood back up and looked at the window. It was gone, but the scratch marks stayed. What scared me the most was when morning came, I saw dirt footprints that looked like humans' feet all over the wall, as if it was crawling on the wall around the window. Bruh. Is this a true story? You forgot you submitted this? Don't mind me just dabbing my nose. I have a runny nose, yes. Check for footprints. I peed a little when I heard the ghost. Why would you do that? My bed is beside my bed. Bro, why this story? My bed is next to the window as well. Is this a true story? I screamed. I'm sorry. Hiya. Beside my window? Question mark. My bed is beside my bed. Actually, I was so sleepy in the morning and I watched the footprint like it was nothing. So it was a true story. Bruh. Your sniffling is getting more intense. Yeah. It's like that if I don't dab it for a while. It starts, piling up. Sinusitis, I'm telling you. My window is beside my window. Kurumi pull a jump scare. I'm sorry. Dude, I have a bed. What if it happened to me? But is your bed next to a window? It was a true story. And this is on the second floor, right? What did I have an impression that it was on the second floor? Is that why you don't sleep at night? I dab my nose. Yes, I do. Why you do this? I sleep on my bed now. I have to sleep under my bed now, bruh. First floor? That's scary. Stay safe. Oh my gosh. It's like, bruh, ma'am, are you lost? I'm watching this facing against the window right now. If you hear knocking from the back. If you hear knocking from behind you. Sorry, that was me, 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 that was me. Okay, chill, 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 chill. I wish I can join you on the sofa fancy. Ooh, dal, unsub. Thank you for sending this in. Stay safe, Hanya. Lucky I didn't hear the no Hanya. Film Prince, thank you for sending this in. The bait on the road. It was a late night. Two people were going for a ride. A passenger with a camera and the driver. They're shown taking a ride down the street for a bit. Then the driver stops the car, only to see a body covered with a giant white sheet in the middle of the road. The driver gets out to check it while the passenger films it. He slowly walks up to it. Once he lifted the sheet to examine it, it's shown that the passenger's camera mysteriously seemed to digress at the exact same time. He also manages to drop it long enough to miss what happens. When the passenger picks it back up and the camera refocuses, the body is up, walking slowly towards the passenger in the car. And the driver is out. Out what? Out cold? Hello, Izu. It ends with another guy lounging at the passenger as soon as he panned the camera to the right after hearing very faint groaning. What? Seriously digress at the same time, managed to drop it long enough to miss what happens. When the passenger picks it back up and the camera refocuses, the body's up, walking slowly towards the passenger in the car, and the driver is out. It ends with another guy lounging at the passenger as soon as he panned the camera to the right after hearing very faint groaning. Bruh. What is the driver's out? The driver's out cold, like the driver passed out, or like he disappeared? Sounds like the you know the YouTube videos that you see that they allegedly caught something? Sounds kind of like that. Thank you for sending this in, Spoopy. Spoopy. Next story, Andy. And old memories. I've always had the feeling that I'm being watched. I know and acknowledge the thing that watches me, but never spoke of it. One time, I was getting back from school. The bus I ride back then stopped few meters from my village because the driver only stopped at van waiting place to pick up the students from there. I for once had to choose a route. There was two. One that leads to my village directly, however is quite dark, especially at 6:40 p.m. The other was a bit longer route, but a brighter one. The van was packed with students who lived deeper, and since my place was closed, I chose to walk. Anyway, you can guess which one I have took, the shorter one. I wasn't scared, but it was with me, and other students saw it too when I walked home. Grinning at them, oh my god, fancy! I hate this! Oh my gosh! Thank you for 6 ringgit super chat. Bu babakau, bu. Bu undasmu. We're at the last line, okay? We're at the last line where it makes it scary. Grinning at them, I know, because they took a photo of it. Good night, Kurumi. Nanyo, 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 kawaii. I almost peed myself. Fancy Sultan. No, why would you do this? My heart jumped. Oh my god. Hiya, you. Hiya. I want to go use the toilet again. Bro, why did you do that? Look at your eye, my heart. Ugh. Thank you, Andy, for this. But what the heck? They took a photo of it? Is this true? Tell us if it's true. He'll hydrate. Oh my god. Yeah, horror story and jump scares are the worst, bruh. Especially if they may or may not be true. And I was reading the last line, the you know, cherry on top of the cake, bruh. That's that timing. Okay, we'll take a quick toilet break. No, I don't want to go. Mostly true? Oh my god. Bruh. I'm supposed to scare you guys. You're not supposed to scare me. You have to actually walk. Oh my gosh. What happened, Andy? Tell us. You can bring us. No. No. My soul. Itoku. Mostly true, some copy pasta. Oh my lord. Okay, we go take a quick toilet break. We'll be back soon. Sorry, that took a long time. I went to warm up some milk. Yum, 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 yum. Gotta love me some milk. This is not Anlin, if only. Hashtag please sponsor me. I won't. Okay, let's read a few more stories. Mao Su Su. Am I gonna sneeze? Maybe. Nope. Kurumi, you might want to cut down your milk consumption a bit so you don't have to go to toilet as often. I will not sacrifice toilet trips for hydration. I mean, I would not sacrifice. Yeah. I mean, wait, what? I would not sacrifice hydration for toilet trip. Wait, what? English. Anyways, I don't care. I don't mind going to the toilet a lot of times if I have to. It's fine. We got legs, okay? It's our, you know what I mean? It's our privilege. We're privileged to walk to the toilet. Walk to the toilet. No, but seriously, drink as much water as you can, because we don't drink enough water in this world. Too many people are dehydrated. In Tagalog, it means bread. Susu is milk. In Malay and Indonesian. Yes. Alright. Let's speed through. We have 47 responses. I don't think we can finish them all today, but keep sending your stories in. If you want another part of horror storytelling, send in more stories. As long as there are stories, I will make streams for it. So yes. Toilet over it. Oh my lord. Okay. Next story. Sakuta. Thank you, Sakuta, for sending in your story. Title of story: The Resort. Okay. It looks like a diary. January 16, 2021. Oh wow. 1 year ago. Exactly 1 year ago. During that day, I had a camping trip with my friend. We rented a room at a resort for 2 days and 1 night. We were hanging out at the beach at night. They're enjoying on salt water except for me. I was playing Mobile Legends on the beach, of course. They invited me, but I refused it. I don't like taking a bath at salt water. After feeling tired, I was going to the toilet. I washed my face and suddenly I saw a girl standing behind me through a mirror. She said, "Help me." I turned back and she disappeared. I was like, I think this is my imagination. That's why I'm watching a lot of horror anime. I'm back and they asked me, "Where have you gone before?" I replied, I had gone to the toilet to wash my face. I didn't want to tell them the truth. I didn't want to tell the truth on them because they don't believe what I saw. In midnight, I was watching a beautiful landscape while my friends are playing ML and PUBG for tournament. After that, I heard someone wants to get help. The girl is standing beside me. She has a beautiful face and I want to help her. She told me to follow her. After that, she pointed a creepy house and invited me to go inside her house. Suddenly, I smelled something stinky and saw a corpse lying on a bed. The girl's face turned into creepy, and I don't afraid on her and I ignored her. She speaks to me, "Wait, don't leave. Please understand why I died." I heard the ghost's story and called the police and tell a story to them. The next day, the police arrest her killer. I was glad they didn't tell a news about a ghost in the resort today except me. I think she might thank me for helping her. What? Is this a true story? Wait, what? I mean, if you play Mobile Legends, it's probably a true story because Sakuta plays Mobile Legends a lot. But wait, what? You saw a creepy house. You smelled something stinky and you saw a corpse in the bed. Bruh. If you tell the police that, you are the prime suspect. They like, how you know? How you know the ghost is there, bro? How you know the corpse is there, bro? That's sus. So it was a little girl, huh? Oh, he didn't say little girl. He just said a girl. She has a beautiful face and I want to help her. Bruh, simp. Sorry. Thank you for sending this in, Sakuta. It would be scary if it's real. Is it real? I don't know. I don't know. Where's Sakuta? Kawaii na. Madan. Thank you, Madame, for sending this super short story. A short story that gives me goosebumps. My sisters say that mommy killed her, but mommy says that I don't have a sister. My sister said that mommy killed her, but mommy says that I don't have a sister. Nani? They're both sus. Move out. Bruh. That's scary. Kawaii na. Sus. Who's sus? Do you think the sister's sus or the mom's sus? You can't tell. Never gonna give you up. Your name's never gonna give you up. Thank you for sending it in. Title of story, Primary School. Hi, I want to tell you about my experience of being disturbed by ghosts. I was staying in a dormitory when I was in primary school, and my dormitory was next to the cemetery. One night, when I wanted to wash my clothes, it sounded like there was a voice crying near me. At first, I didn't care about the sound because I thought it was the sound of a cat. But over time, the crying got louder and I started to panic. Suddenly, the lights went out by itself. I continued to run as fast as possible to my dorm. When I reached the dorm, I continued to rush to bed and blanket my whole body. I thought it was over, but after I wanted to roll my eyes, I felt something holding my toes. I was shocked and pulled my legs, then looked toward the end of the bed. I saw 2 pairs of bright red eyes looking at me. I kept screaming and got up to turn on the lights. Everyone was awake, including my warden, and saw me in a state of fear. And... bruh. Sometimes ghosts can be misleading. If it's a mimic. Dang it, dang mimics. But, wow. That's terrifying. Is this a true story? It says I want to tell my experience, so I'm assuming it's a true story. Red eyes, bright red eyes. Is it the same monster? Is that the same? Do y'all see the same monsters? Is it Harry? Oh, it's yours, Yoda. Is this a true story, Yoda? That's terrifying. Yum, 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 yum. It's just a rabbit. You'd be surprised. I think only white rabbits have red eyes or something. Yo, the only one from me. I'm never gonna give you up. The toes one is true. Oh my gosh. Thank you for sending that in. That's scary. What's TSKR? TSKR is a short form for this Japanese sentence. Well, Japanese slang? I guess it's a word. It's like a catchphrase called tasukaru. Tasukaru means like, oh, I've been saved, or like I've been blessed. And people say that when their favorite streamers Well, technically you say it if somebody helps you out a lot and you're like, oh, thank you, you're like my savior, bruh. Thanks for this, like you back me up. Or you say this to, excuse me, your favorite streamers when they, for example, burp or drink water or sneeze. You say "Tasukaru." It's like, oh, thank you for that sound or something like that. I don't know. Actually, there's a red orb once in my place and fly around. My sister and I saw it with our own eyes. Oh my lord. Albino animals have white fur and red eyes. Yes. Alright, next story. Thank you, Abang Kasim. Oh my lord. Okay. Dia belakang lu, bro. He's behind you, bro. Oh my gosh, okay. Do I have to translate this? That day, abang tengah mandi, sabun jatuh. Oh no. That day, my brother was showering, and then my soap fell. I was feeling something behind me. Since I take my soap, I try to see in between my legs from the bottom, and there's nothing. I'd stand up and look at my back, and then I see my handsome self in the mirror. I was shocked. He bent over. Lamau. Do not drop the soap. Thank you. Thank you, Abang Kasim, for the story. Bruh. With himself, I know, right? He scared himself. Alright, thank you, Vanzer, for submitting this. Stay the night. Title of the story, Stay the Night. Can you guys see this? Yep. Back when I'm still a student of a university, I stay at night in one of my close friends' house. He rent the whole house with a rather cheap price because the owner said it has some weird stuff happening in that house. At least the owner is honest with him. But he seems okay with that, and I personally never experienced anything weird there as long as I hang out there. One day he asked me if I want to stay at his house while he stayed at his friend's house for some campus project. I have no reason to deny him, as he already feels like a brother to me. Plus, he has a full gaming PC set up at his room that I can borrow. Then, that afternoon, he double-checks his stuff while telling me some things that I need to know. Hi, Gemma! Hawa! Gemma, wangi, wangi, wangi! You guys should go check out Gemma's gacha cover. Oh my gosh, so cute! Yes, adorable. It's 3D too. The dancing is 3D, bruh. Wangi wangi. Okay. Telling me something that I need to know. Listen well. Listen well. If you want to remain sane tomorrow, remember these. Around 7 tonight, make sure you're inside my room. The electricity will be down for like an hour. Make sure the door is locked and never open the door. Even if you hear me outside the door, the light should be back around 8. Then it's all good. For your own good, try to sleep before 11. If you are woken up at midnight, don't move around. Stay still until you fall back to sleep. Make sure to pee and everything before you go to sleep. Stay still even if you hear something like dog walking around my room. Remember, I don't have a pet. Even if you feel some kind of cold hand touching your arms, don't panic. Try to just fall back asleep. I was half listening to him because it all sounds like a joke to me. Everything is fun and fine until the clock hits 7 and the lights go down. Bruh. At that point, I'm gonna be like, can I borrow your PC to my house? Like, can I just borrow your PC and bring it to my house? I'll bring it back tomorrow morning, I promise. You know what I mean? Like, he did. He made instructions on how to live in his house. It's like a... How do you not pee if you wake up in the middle of the night? For your own good, try to sleep before 11. Stay still until you fall asleep. Make sure to pee and everything before you go to sleep. Stay still even if you hear something like a dog walking around my room. Remember, I don't have a pet. Even if you feel some kind of cold hand touching your arms, don't panic, bruh. Pee in a bottle? Listen, some people are built different. Okay, not everybody can pee in a bottle. Some people are built different. Finish tutorial, first level, survive. Bruh. This is a creepily written story though. Thank you for sending this in. Very scary. Like, can you imagine if that happened to you? If you're just laying in bed and you hear like... Okay, hear something like dogs walking around in your room is one thing. But if you really think about it, when dogs walk around in like non-carpeted floors, you hear their nails knocking the floor. It sounds like... You know what I mean? It sounds like nails in the... That's scary. That's just scary. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's not like just like a footsteps or anything. It's like nails clicking the floor and you can't even... You gotta stay still. That's terrifying. Thank you for sending this in. The more you think about it, the creepier it is. Hanta! Thank you, Hanta, for sending this in. As I said, the usual things were... Oh, my lord. Thank you, Hanta, for sending this in. Tell a love story. Me, who? Where are you? Okay. Do you guys see it? Okay. Story. I see me. Only me in this void. How did I get here? Why am I here? It's dark. Or maybe I can't see? Doubt. There's no door. I banged the walls. I can't see the outside. Is there even an outside? Streaming is the only light in the room. Warm solace. Checking the bluebird. Slow growth. A smile but not satisfied. The ground cracks. I don't know why. Why am I here? Stuck here for 10 months. The bluebird doesn't move. Why am I here? Why is there no light here? Why am I here? Who am I? I look at a mirror. I see then nothing. I realize that I'm hollow. Quest failed. Rewards reduced to 0Z. Returning to camp. What is that? What does that mean? Is that a reference for something? What does that mean? What is OZ? What is 0Z? Is this a game? Do we live in a simulation? What? Bluebird? Is that Twitter? Sword Art Online? Nani? Returning to camp? What? I'm sorry, I don't get the reference. Naruto song? Monster Hunter? I don't play enough games to know. I never played this game. Ooh, Hanta, do explain in the comments later on. But thank you for sending this in. Seems like he wrote it himself. Next story, Irkus. Title of the story, Tadamai. Okay, this happened right after my great-grandma's funeral back 5 years ago. I've had this little uncle, he's 5 years old at that time. My little uncle is close with my great-grandma. Tadaima. I see. At night after the funeral, all my relatives going back into their home. As my mother's really close with my great-grandma, so my family are there to stay for a night. In the middle of the night, suddenly my uncle said that he saw my great-grandma coming back into her room and keep moving between the kitchen and that room. This thing keeps happening, and he will tell her mom what he saw tomorrow morning. But I'm not sure if he saw that thing until now. Bonus, my great-grandma's house is still an outside toilet at the time and it's really scary though. What? So he saw your great-grandma coming back into the room? Tada Barney, listen. Old gen toilet, the outdoors one, right? The outdoorsy toilets with a hole in the ground. And a bucket, maybe. That's scary. See, sometimes you can see 5 years old too. That's like a sensitive age. Thank you for sending this in. Children, I swear. Another moon boy. Another moon boy story. I hope it's not a close or sudden ending. Thank you, moon boy, for sending this in. Title love story. I was on a conference call where my boss got cursed. I was in a conference call with where my boss got cursed. Oh, Kurumi. I'm under NDA for this incident. First of all, don't come for me, lawyers, okay? Thank you. Kurumi, I'm under NDA for this incident, but I have to let someone know. A month ago, I was in a conference call. My team gave a presentation to my boss. This is obviously during the pandemic time, so everyone was on their computers. Halfway through the presentation, a new account came into the call. It was a woman in a dress with complex facial markings. There was a bucket in front of her and a large, lifelike drawing of a little girl drawn in charcoal on the wall behind her. The woman was droning something in a language that I didn't understand. I quickly apologized. Obviously, some random person entered. I tried to remove her from the call, but I couldn't. The team replied the same. The woman's droning became louder, angrier, and she said the only word that I recognized and pointed an accusing finger, my boss's name. Hi, he did it! His face immediately became red and demanded that the meeting be called off, but none of the buttons worked. The woman picked up the bucket and completely drenched herself. My manager screamed back that he doesn't know this woman, but this seems to spurn her even more. I could swear the volume increased and echoed from my computer. I watched in horror as the woman held out a lighter, ignited it, and dropped it to her feet. The flames completely engulfed her and the entire room. Even as the flame roared, she had a wild smile as she chanted. I would never forget her insane laugh as she screamed his name. The video finally stopped when her camera lens cracked. The video fizzled out. 3 weeks later, my manager was arrested for the murder of a little girl. The very same girl drawn on the wall. Oh no. Moon boy. This is creepy. What the heck? So was the woman the mother? I knew something like this was when someone worked from saw kids running in the back of the video call and people asked how old are his kids, but he said he has no kids. Oh my god, that is so scary. But that's much better, or is it, than, you know, accidentally video calling and then having someone in the background that was not properly clothed. Which one is worse? I can't tell. This is a nice story. This is a nice story. Thank you for writing it. It's twisted though. Thank you for sending this in, Moon Boy. "5C for scene." Thank you, 5C, for sending this in. Title of story: Friday night. Friday night is dark and hollow. The room shaking and the wall bleed blood. Why you won't help me? Shrieking out of your own ear, not knowing where the voice came. He held a knife and crawling to the cornering of the room. Why won't you help me? The voice echoed. You crying and screaming out of frustration, and you heard stab yourself. Join us. Out of the option, you stab yourself, and the blood non-stop gushing out. The same voice came out, another slave for hell, as your room was teared up and you dropped down into hell. The same voice laughed as you go in deep down to hell. What is this? Are you gonna read all of these? Not today, not today. I'm gonna read a couple more and then we'll call it a night. Oh my lord. Is it like one of those, in certain cultures, some ghosts and spirits and demons would try to bring you down with them? And this sounds just like one of those. Good night, Sakura-sama. Yeah, this is scary. Thank you for sending this in, 5C. New. The name you want to use for a stream. New. Thank you, New, for sending this in. Title of story. Trapped in the Mountains. Oh, this sounds like a true story. Okay. Bruh. Went Taman Rakyat for a morning jog with my family. Jogged on the lowest jogging trail for a while. Decided to climb up a few stairs along the jogging path. It's a taman where you can climb to the peak of the hill or mountain. Taman means garden, right? Jogged around the path for 30 minutes there and decided to go back down. I couldn't find the stairs where I initially used to go up. Could not find anyone while jogging. Decided to try walking slowly and look for the stairs. There should be multiple along the way. Walked, run around up there for some time but still couldn't find anyone for help. Panicked and started channeling Amitabha. After a long ass time, finally found someone. A middle-aged uncle. Asked him for help. He said it's just right there on the left in front. I said my thanks and went along my way. Lo and behold, stairs is just right there, even though I've took my time and walked around the same pathway repeatedly. Suddenly, it was just there in plain sight. Tried to look back, but Uncle was long gone. Quickly went to find my family. They were waiting at the car and told me I was gone for 2 hours. I seriously thought I'm gonna be stuck there forever, Lamau. Amitabha? Garden or park? You know what? This happened in school a lot. We had hiking events, like sport events, and there were points on the hill where there would be teachers there, and they would pass you a piece of paper that is signed by the teacher, and then you have to collect all of it and run back down the hill and back to school. Then you completed your course, your task, basically. And this happened not to any of the students, but we heard a lot of stories of this happening to people on the mountains. And they said that because there was a huge Indian temple at the back, and we don't know why, but it's very scary. Like a lot of spirits tried to go into the temple but couldn't, or something. I don't know. So they linger outside, and this happened to a lot of hikers. And yeah, it was very scary. I don't know. Amitabha, probably Buddhist, yes. I think Taoist Buddhist, something that. Yeah, it's like a saying you say. It's like a chanting, like in Muslim, I guess you call it like kursi or something, maybe. Yeah. But I don't know. This seems to happen very often. Yeah, it's terrifying. So usually they say around hills and like crowded places with trees, you need to be careful because there are many dirty things there, quote unquote, like creepy things there. Yeah, that might trap you or make you want to be one of them or whatever. So it's better to be smart and hike with other people or don't go too far. Yeah, because you think, oh, it's daytime, it's bright, I can just like hike up this hill, nothing's gonna happen to me. Bruh, and broad daylight stuff happens too. Yeah. Ayat Kursi, the legendary verse. Yeah. So it's something like that, I suppose. You have to be careful. Yeah, I'm so sorry this happened to you. At least you didn't feel or see anything, because a lot of people saw things, which is like, bruh. Our teachers were very strict with us, and I mean, teachers are not supposed to believe in this, and I mentioned this in my previous horror streams, but they were also very careful. Yeah, and they were like, you need to go in pairs, you need to go in pairs. Even when we were lining up, we had to go in pairs. Like, we need to know who our partners are, and we cannot leave anywhere without our partners when we were hiking up the hill. Yeah, so maybe this is the reason. Very scary. Very scary. Thank you for sending this in, new. Haka again. Hakase. Oh, okay. At our school, teachers actually acknowledged their existence back then. That's scary. It's common knowledge to hike and dive with pairs. Has nothing to do with paranormal. That is true. That is true. But it's safer, right? It's best to go like in pairs. You know what I mean? Like, don't go alone. And you don't know, like, you can walk into a jungle thinking you know exactly which way out, but when you turn around, you're gonna be so disorientated. You're gonna be like, which way was it again? And that's how people get lost and die inside the woods. So, you know, it's better to have 2 or more. There's a lot of mountain horror stories in Indonesia. Tell me, I want to know. Yes, that is true, Demong. That is true. Alright, next one. Haka again, thank you, Haka. Hakase was playing Dota in 2012, true story. As a 12-year-old boy who got himself a PC and Dota was the craze that year, I, as a NEET, never really go out and was on my PC 24/7. At sometime 3 a.m., I heard kids giggling and thudding on my window. I open it, it's a ball of dirt and mud stuck on my glass window. I scrape the dirt from my window and throw it back to where it was and yelled, "Fuck you!" and then went back on gaming. But in the morning, I got beaten by my parents because I was yelling at 3 a.m. Never forget that day. Why were children giggling and like throwing dirt at your window? Bruh. That's kind of scary. What? First of all, why are they outside? How are they outside? And why are they awake? I'm like, if my kids are sneaking out 3 in the morning to throw dirt at the window, I'm like, I'm disowning you children. Like, you ain't my kids no more. Budak nakal sih. 3 in the morning. Lamau. Thank you for sending this in. New. Thank you for another story. Peter Parker when he's being emo after he got in a Venom suit. I don't remember. Sleep paralysis, title of the story. Ooh. This wasn't my first sleep paralysis, but this particular one scares me till this day. Stormy night. Me sleeping on my back with both arms on the side like a dead person. Fell asleep, and there it happened. At first, I thought it was just the usual sleep paralysis where I can't move my body, but I'm awake. The usual ones usually only gives me a bit of headache as soon as I force myself to wake up and when to wash my face, all is well. But this time, as soon as I tried to wake myself up, I felt a presence. Not just staring at me or anything, it was on top of me. I felt a force pushing down on me, my whole body restricting any movements, plus also staring at me. The reason why I know it was on top of me is because I felt a shape on my stomach, like a person sitting on my stomach. At first I was calm and still thinks that this is just some extra realistic nightmare pro max. But as soon as I tried to open my eyes to peek at how it looked like, I felt an even stronger force pushing down on my entire body. I saw it. It was darkness shaped like a little girl sitting on top of me. It was as though I knew it was peeking and decided to punish me for looking. Bro, I know it sounds like some kinky shit, but trust me, I was scared shitless. The strange force just keeps pushing down on me. I felt like my brain going mashed potatoes. It felt like an internal suffering. No joke, I felt like getting Mangekyo Sharingan by Itachi where time was also distorted, bruh. Fast forward, me dying trying to stay alive for I don't know how long. The force slowly started to move away. It started lifting off my head, my chest, my stomach, and finally it stayed at my fingers for a while before fully disappearing. Yeah, I woke up cold sweating like I just went to hell and back. True story, by the way. Best experience ever. I rated lolly out of 10. I had the same thing about the same, but not on top of me. What's like next to me. I talked about it in my last stream. I also slept like that, like a dead person with my arms on my side. And then I looked over and something was grabbing my arm and looking dead right at me. Grabbing my wrist, actually. And there was also sleep paralysis. And it's so annoying because you feel like you're sinking in the bed, but you're trying to fight and get out of it. And you're just like, you're constantly pumping adrenaline to your brain. That's what it feels like to try and force yourself awake. You just keep pumping adrenaline to your brain to like, get up, like, you know what I mean? Like trying to constantly flex to try and wake up, but you can't. Yeah. That's what it feels like, bruh. You had sleep paralysis last week? Do tell us. But thank you for sending this in. This is terrifying. Oh, we'll read one more. DJ Nyanya. Thank you for sending this in. Camp Night. Title of story, Camp Night. Ooh. Based on a true story. I've experienced it myself. I used to participate school camps every year, but this story is the last time I participated. It's in my university year. So the girls' campsite is far away from the boys' campsite. The girls' campsite is near the lake. Me and my friend put on a tent in front of a tall, long flower pot. Everything was normal on daytime. Weird things started to happen when the sun sets. After I washed up, I went back to my tent alone. I have a habit to say salam when I enter places. So I said salam when I entered the tent. Then I heard an old man reply my salam. When I look at my surrounding, there's no one around. It's just me all alone. But my mind like maybe I just hearing things. But that night, the FC said there's a Jinn Islam around the camp. I got shivers when I knew about it. Everything was really weird that night. Even my friend who's happy-go-lucky person became very quiet. The night when we getting ready to sleep, I put on my hoodie and covered my eyes. Suddenly, I hear a loud and rough breathing noise near my right ear. It sounds too rough to be a human breath, and it really creeps me out. I was too scared to move or said anything. After a few minutes, the noise is gone. I slept at the tent, where it's near the flower pot, which is impossible for anyone to sit there. To slit there? So since that day, I always wear my earphones when I go to sleep because sometimes I can hear things when I stay in an unfamiliar place. Bruh. Should be a good spirit to answer you. I thought if you say salam, isn't it like a religious thing? Is it not? Or is it just hello? Is it just hello? I thought it's a religious thing. If you say that, that means that may God be with you or something like that, right? It's hello. It's hello. The reason why I sleep with earphones on. May peace be upon you. What the heck? How could they answer that back? That's so scary. I heard a loud and rough breathing noise near my right ear. It sounds too rough to be a human breath, and it really creeps me out. That That is very scary. Yeah, what is Jinn Islam? Bruh. I had once that was so bad. When you scream to get out of the sleep paralysis and end up in another sleep paralysis. Yes, I feel that, but I didn't scream. I just woke up in another dream. I once woke up in the middle of the night because something touched me and I fell out of the bed. But when I opened my eyes, it was morning and I was in my bed. It was like a time skip. Oh, Lord. Yeah, the evil ones won't answer back, right? Because they're not supposed to say that. But it was breathing on its ear, bruh. That is terrifying. Happened to some people to something. Jinn is a genie, spirit. Just sounds the same, but the pronunciation is different. What? With two types of jinn. You know, when people say jinn, I think of genies. You know, is that the same thing? Like, not the ones that are in the teapot and grants you wishes, but like what? It's like a special something, right? Like a special spirit. Muslim and non-Muslim, you have two kinds. One grants wishes. Let's go. What? Billie Jean's get wet ass. Singular jinn is genie. What? Jinn is the spirit. Technically, they're technically the same thing, but I think it's not the same in Islam. It's quite similar, same as orang bunyan. Just make me think of the little creatures you used to summon in Golden Sun for Game Boy Advance. I just think of Aladdin, the first things first. I'm just like, okay. But I know they're scary. They're supposed to be scary. That's very interesting. Sikhin? Muslim, not Muslim jinn to put... You can summon... Okay, wait, what? You can summon a non-religious thing to possess something? What? Disobey. It's complicated to simplify. Evil jinn, those who disobey and don't like the son of Adams, while the good jinns are those who obeys and respect the sons of Adams. You might not be able to see them, but they'll always be around. In Islam, its belief spirits are like people, got religions. Oh! They have their own area, government, and they live in another dimension. Oh, that is so interesting! Oh, that is so interesting. So how do you know if they have a religion or not? That is so interesting. Yeah. Toyo. Toyo is baby ghost, right? People who practice black magic harm people that they don't like. Interesting information. Thank you, Christopher, for dropping by. You can convert the non-Muslim jinn to Muslim. What? You know what? Let me tell you guys about baby ghosts. Alright. That's the last story I'm gonna read tonight. But thank you for submitting, DJ Nyanya. Let me tell you guys a story about my friend. My friend who got curious, and curiosity got the best of her. Let me look up some photos for you real quick. ちょっと待ってね。Join the mind now. Okay. Kurumi, did you hear about the closet ghost story? No. It's easier to think a jinn is just like us, but supernatural. Huh, that is so interesting. That is so interesting. Alright, let me tell you guys about my friend who tried to raise a baby ghost. Which is a doyo, right? Is that what you call it? Doyo? Baby ghost? Okay. So she and her cousin, they are very close. They've grown up together. We grew up all of our lives together. Like, I think we met when we were like 7, and we were in the same class for years. And so she has always been a curious person, and she never really, I mean, she never really would turn down. If you tell her that place is haunted, she would be like, oh, you want to go, let's go. But she wouldn't go out of her way to look for it, you know what I mean? Her cousin, on the other hand, was very, very religious. She was a Buddhist, and she wore those pendants with the Buddha on the inside, if you know what I mean, the gold ones that you wear, the ones that you can't wear into the toilets and whatnot. And no, I was not 7 years old. We knew each other when we were like 7. It was like a long ass time ago. Yeah, so this was like 7,000. Okay, yes. We were like, we were very close. In case I didn't emphasize that enough, because we were like seeing each other almost on a daily basis, other than weekends, right? Yeah. So her cousin would wear those things because she was very unlucky since birth. She would experience a lot of car accidents, and she would experience a lot of what they would call dirty things that were like spirits and stuff. She tried to ride a bike. She got in an accident almost every time, and it's just bad. It's just bad. So she was a very skeptical person, the cousin, and she never really liked touching these things and stuff. But they were curious people, right? And my friend was just one of those adventurous, spontaneous person. And she's not just clumsy. She is just straight up bad luck. Like, she just has bad luck. But my friend was one day, they were just like, hey, why don't we go and raise one of these things? Because they knew someone from Thailand who was selling these baby ghosts or something. I don't know how she got her supplier, okay? But she was like, she was curious. And they wanted to go, this was a long time ago. She was curious, and they wanted to go to the casino or something to test their luck, because allegedly, I'm not saying nothing, okay, but allegedly casinos have a lot of these things, and the stronger your babies, the more you can win, okay? So if your ghost baby is stronger than the casino's ghost baby, then you can win, or something like that. So she was very curious, and she was just like, let's do this for shits and giggles, right? Because we don't know if it's gonna be true or not. So when she talked to the shaman, the person told her that it's not like a toy. You can't just take care of this and throw it away whenever you don't want it. You have to raise it like your child. You have to feed it. You need to play with it. You need to give it something to play with. And, you know, girls, we have our time of the month, right? It's not taboo. Everybody should talk about this, because why not? Usually girls would wrap their sanitary pads in like newspaper or something to not keep it from opening, right? I mean, to keep it from not opening, you know, like just in the trash can. People who doesn't wrap it are monsters and disgusting. So the shaman told her, every time you're on your period, you need to put a piece of needle inside while you wrap it. So when the ghost or whatever, pontiana, whatever, is trying to reach for it and suck your blood, which is what they feed on, they will get pricked and they will leave your blood alone. Otherwise, they will own you. You will be their little bitch. Okay? And they also told her to be responsible, do not feed it whatever. And so she was like, okay, yeah, whatever. Let me just raise one, right? This is kind of a funny story. So she lives with her parents, and her cousin would stay over almost every day, every other day. And yes, it sucks on blood. Basically, it eats blood, right? It's kind of funny because no, you don't put needles in your body. You only put it before you throw away the sanitary pad in the trash. You just put a needle in there and then you throw it away. Yeah. And so she was so funny because she 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 was like, we gotta buy it a toy, and you know what she bought it? Let me show you what kind of toy she bought the ghost, okay? She bought this. Bruh. This stuff. Okay? This shaky stuff. The jiggly. And she said, the first night when she brought the ghost home, okay? She said the first night she brought the ghost home, she had it in her room, and her cousin was she had a queen size bed, and her cousin was sleeping in the room with her. And at night, she just kept hearing this freaking toy go jingling throughout the whole night. And she said she kept hearing baby footsteps running around, like toddler footsteps running around her room. She didn't hear laughter or anything. She just heard this toy constantly being shook throughout the whole dang night. And she said, after that one night, she can't take it anymore. She and her cousin went to beg the shaman to take the baby back. And thankfully, the baby was willing to go back. Because if the baby was clingy and she fed the baby enough, it's gonna think you're my mother, right? Why would I leave you? So it would have just stayed with her forever. But yeah, she begged for it to be sent back, and eventually the baby decided to go back. But she came and told us this story. She was like, bruh, she said, we were so stupid. Of all the baby toys that we bought the noisiest freaking toy. And she said the whole night they would not sleep, and they were scared crapless. Bruh. And yeah, she's not the kind to like make up fake stories. She's not the kind to just be like, oh, yesterday I saw this, blah, 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 blah. I've known her like for a long time. But the fact that she came to us and told us this, we were just like, bro, what did you do? That's dumb, but at the same time it's scary, you know? Yeah, she was very lucky. Yeah. Because you have to, you invite it to your life. You have to send it back respectfully. You can't just be like, buy it, you know what I mean? Like, it's a living being, you know? It's like, if you get for example, a puppy attached to you, and the puppy thinks that you're the mother, the puppy's not gonna want to leave, you know what I mean? It thinks you're the mother. So it's the same thing as this thing, where like, if you have fostered it enough, it's not gonna want to leave because it thinks you're the mother. Yeah, she should have bought something like less noisy toys. I know. That's what she regretted. She and her cousin were like face palming. They even went to like what, Toys R Us, bruh. Hashtag not sponsored. But yeah, they went to look for the toy. It was so funny. I don't know. It was funny. It was funny but scary. I don't know. So that was her incident, and I can never forget it because of how ridiculously hilarious and scary. Yeah. Honestly, I feel like these are one of those things where people tell you they exist when you like, it's like those Ouija board things, you know, like you see people playing it a lot and it makes you curious, so you want to try it out yourself. But when you do, you realize, oh crap, I shouldn't have done that. It was a bad idea. I think this is one of those moments. Yeah. So she regrets for sure, and she will never do that again. Yeah, she said she was scarred. It's scary, bro. You need to take care of it and give it a proper goodbye. It's true. It's true. That is true. Yeah. So, you know, don't play. You know, don't fool around. Take everything seriously. Buy Lego, then the ghost will cry after stepping on you. It's gonna leave Legos around. You're the one that's gonna step on it. Bruh. Do you know that coin Ouija board? Yes, I know the pen Ouija board, the coin Ouija board, the little tiny... It's not a spatula. Little tiny bowl Ouija board, and the, you know, the traditional American Ouija board. The pen Ouija board, I think it's more common in like Asian culture, maybe? Yeah. I think. Or is it the coin? I don't know. I think the pen. Where everybody holds the pen and you shouldn't let go. Some house will put aquarium outside to protect from entering the house. The ghost will watch the fish inside the aquarium and not enter. Whoa, seriously? Is that why people have aquariums outside their houses? Bruh, that's scary. Charlie is different. Charlie is you leave it on the paper, right? And you don't hold it. Yeah. Hi, hello. Yeah. They say if you see coins on the streets, if you see money in the middle of the street, don't pick it up because it might belong to something dirty, or whatever does not belong to you. Don't take what doesn't belong to you, because it might follow you home. Yeah. But anyways, that's it for today's horror storytelling stream. Let's recap. Let's see who tried to scare me. Did I miss anything? With Derek AD, Fancy, Lord Zero, Fancy again. Hiya, Fancy twice. Thank you for the donations and the super chats. And thank you all for sending in your stories so far. Keep it coming. The form will be open. The Google form will be open. So feel free to send any. I would love to hear about like the really creepy ones that would give people goosebumps, you know, so give your best. What if it's $100? Even if it's 50 ringgit, it is not yours. Leave it on the ground. I would not touch it. Ever. It's thrown some green beans, it will count them. It will count green beans? Thank you, Astian. I hope you come back again, and hope you enjoyed our company today. Yes, thank you, Stephanie, and thank you, Fancy, for 6 ringgit super chat. Oh, to go play Minecraft. Sleep. I just took 2 cold meds. I'm about to knock right out. I'm so drowsy. Like, I'm not even thinking of my next words no more. But I will check Minecraft to see if everything is okay, and then I will sleep. But I will not play it. Thank you, Miro Ito-kun, for 6 ringgit super chat. No time to send stories, but here, thank you very much. Hi, Bravo. Oh my gosh, we were just about to leave. Is the stream ending? Yes. I'm sorry. Alright. Ito. Tomorrow I have a stream. And it's because I didn't get in the time to make my schedule yet. I didn't have the time to make my schedule yet. Wait. But tomorrow I have a stream. I'm gonna play Bioshock Remastered at 8 p.m. This whole week there's gonna be back-to-back stream. At least 5 streams this week. Yes. Thank you, Tan Siu Chi, for 3 ringgit super chat. Thank you. Yes, so I'm gonna play Bioshock Remastered for the first time, and I love the Bioshock franchise. I've never played it myself, so let's test it out tomorrow and see if it runs. It's at our usual 8 p.m. GMT plus 8. I will put the waiting room up. Oh yeah, I still need to put it up later. I'll put it up later before I sleep. Thank you. I'll put it up later before I sleep, and I'll post the social post tomorrow morning at 11:11 as usual. This week we have Monster Hunter Rise, we have Minecraft, we have membership stream, which we're gonna be doing a Mobile Legends play along. So in case you haven't downloaded your Mobile Legends, bang, feel free to download it. Yes. Thank you, Fancy, for 6 ringgit super chat. Bioshock. Thank you. Yes. And then on Sunday, I have a collab. And you guys will get to see who it is. when the schedule's out. Tomorrow! Thank you! I will not be taking attendance today or reading membership because I'm about to pass out. I'm very sleepy. Very sleepy. I will still need to make the Bioshock stuff. So, it's time to get to work. Excited for this week, yes. Thank you guys so much for dropping by and spooking me out and getting spooked out and sending your scary stories in. I'm looking forward to the next one. It's really fun. I might do a guerrilla horror storytelling stream. Because I might not have time, excuse me. I might not have time to do another one. We'll see. If anything, I might do a guerrilla. Thank you. I'll see you tomorrow when I play Bioshock at 8 p.m. GMT plus 8. Or 9 p.m. Korean or Japanese time. Or 7 p.m. In certain parts of Indonesia and Thailand. Okay. Stay safe tonight. Don't look out your windows. Whatever happens, don't get up from your bed. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Yes. Thank you, Mod, so much. Thank you, mods, for your service. Don't forget to salute Kurumi not helping. Yes, and don't look under your bed. Alright. I love you guys very much. Bye.